What up, y'all? Pew, 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 pew. We are back and we are clearly live. It is Rumble on Rumble. I am one of your hosts, Fresh Mike. The other host, he is still en route right now, had an amazing weekend. We're going to talk all about it. In fact, it was so amazing that we got a replay in the pipe. And there he is. Wow. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. I had a whole thing I was going to do. But ladies and gentlemen, he is here and he is live and he is ready to rock for you and for me. Give it up for the man himself, DJ Pro2kall.
Yo, 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 yo.
Pew, 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 pew. What up, dog? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. I ain't even got my pews ready. Let me get my mic closer. All right, there we go. What is this? This is Rumble on Rumble 23. I'm still getting together, y'all. I literally just got off the road.
No worries, man. No worries.
Got the
tell you what, man, since I have it queued, you had the leader of the Black Republican Party of Georgia on your show Friday night.
The Georgia Black Republican Council.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry
You're
about
good.
that.
You're good.
Amy says, hello, Mr. 2kall. Happy to see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
As we all are. So since I got that dialed in, man, let me go ahead and play that. Just a few minutes of that, if that's okay, because I think it's important to people to see, because it's going to kind of kick off what we're talking about, if that's cool with you, my brother.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and drop that. Oh, yeah. Fuego in the building. Oh, yeah.
Shouts out to Fuego. Let me get these comments going.
He's already talking that good business. Oh, yeah. Mog charmer, you know what I'm saying? Doing it large. All right, we're gonna kick this off, and here we go.
Whew. We talking about bedtime. Mine is definitely calling.
Yeah, get in there.
Yes. All right, y'all. We got the great doctor. The leader of the Georgia Black Republican Council, the illustrious Dr. Camilla Moore.
Here. Sitting among the great.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am. Everything's good. Can I get the go box? Yes. So, yeah, man, we here, man. We eating good. I was trying to eat good. This was an awesome spot you picked. Yes, ma'am. We be eating good every time.
We like to eat, though.
We like to eat. What we eating tomorrow? What we eating tomorrow? All right. And then we also have Miss Josie Cruz Fletcher. Cruz Fletcher. She's running for Congress, 13th district. 13th district of Georgia. Congressional House. Who are you going against?
Well, I have a primary with my opponent, this is
Jonathan Travis?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has an opponent. She's not going to call his name.
Okay. All right. That works. She has an opponent that we got to get her passed on Tuesday.
Right.
Yes, I need to pass Tuesday.
Okay.
In order for us to do something for our community.
Got you.
Yes. I ran back on the 2020 election. I was in the same ballot with President Donald.
Okay.
And I was running against Hank Johnson.
Right.
And I gave him a good fight. He was very upset with me. You know why? Because I didn't consider to his fraudulent election.
Right.
So now I'm running on the 13th because the 13th used to be the 4th.
Okay.
Back in those days.
Right.
So I came back to the same people who voted for me in the 2020.
Got you.
Yes.
New district lines? Did you have new lines? Okay. So yeah, they did, man. There was a lot of interesting things that happened with the reshaping of districts and the realignment of districts. It was very interesting. I dealt with that fight. I have a brother who's in the state house. And we talked about that fight and what they were doing. And it was very interesting, to say the least. But hopefully it works out in your favor. I pray that it works out in your favor.
Hopefully, I'm being in every county because it's 6 counties.
Okay.
We need
Okay.
a chunk of Binet.
Okay.
We need the whole county of Rockwell.
Okay.
A chunk of Newton.
Okay.
A little bit of piece of DeKalb.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A chunk of Henry.
Okay.
And half of Clayton. So
Okay.
it's a huge county.
Yeah, that is a huge.
It's a huge district.
That's a huge
with
district.
6 different counties.
Yeah.
So I'm visiting every county in every GOP meeting, so they know who I am.
Gotcha.
And I'm campaigning. I'm out there.
Okay.
You know, doing things in the Republican Party.
Okay.
See what they're gonna do. I'm just waiting for them to say yes, we want you.
Yes, we want
All
you.
right.
So we'll know that Tuesday night at 8 p.m. From my lips to God's ears,
Come on.
you'll be announced as the Republican candidate to go on the ballot in November, and then we're gonna be working hard to get you in there in November.
Yes.
That's the mission.
Yes, I believe I am the key that can open the victory to the Republican in this election. We need to see the situation that the country is going through with this administration.
Right.
A lot of conservatives from both parties, they are concerned. They are very upset.
Right.
And they want to vote for the right person who's going to finish all this disaster, all this, so we can put our country back in track where our country needs to be.
I think we'll get it done. I think we have the right movement. We have the right people at the time.
Yes.
We have the youth that are willing to get involved and make things happen. And then we have the elders with the knowledge, right?
Yes.
That are willing to teach and show us the way. And I think that this is a great time for us to say, okay, let's get her done.
Listen, timing is everything.
Yes.
You know, what I tell people is that when I was doing my dissertation work, I sat under probably one of the most liberal civil rights leaders ever, which was Dr. Joseph Lowry.
Mm-hmm.
And what he used to say was that when white America had a cold, black people had pneumonia.
Yes.
And so right now, black Georgians and black Americans, we have pneumonia.
Yes.
And we're looking for something more than cold medicine.
Mm-hmm.
We actually need a shot.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And so right now, if we're ever going to make a difference, timing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our time.
Yes, it is.
And I think because we're suffering with pneumonia, you want relief.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to keep having the body aches,
Mm-hmm.
the chills,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
the headaches, the sore throat.
Yes.
You want relief.
Yes.
And so the black community right now is saying, you know what? I need another solution. I need another option, because what I thought I was going to get with this administration, I'm not getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I need for my family to survive.
Absolutely.
And the good thing about it is that they have something that they can reflect on. It's not that you have to wonder what it is Trump will bring to the black community. He already has a record of what he brings.
Mm-hmm.
Even black liberals will tell you they weren't paying $8 for Walmart orange juice.
Come on now.
Okay, when Trump was president.
Come on now.
You were paying $3.40.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't paying $3 to $4, and depending on your car, for gas.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, gas had gone down so low, it was the lowest gas prices like in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneurship for blacks was the highest it had ever been. The poverty rate for blacks was the lowest it had ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to talk about, well, what is Biden has done for HBCUs. What he did was that he kept what Trump had in place going. Before Trump, HBCUs every year had to fall on their knees to the government to say, can you help us out?
Mm-hmm.
Can you help us out?
Mhm.
Trump said, you know what? Why y'all got to keep begging every year?
Here you go.
Okay, what I need to do, we just need to give you a check, and we don't need to see you no time soon,
Mhm.
right? And so what Biden came along, I mean, he just continued what was put in place.
Mhm.
But for all of you that go to HBCUs and you're jumping up and down, talking, whoo, look what Biden did. If it wasn't for Trump, you would still be at the altar,
Mhm.
okay? And so it's just the things that he's done for the black community. Now, you know, historically, we've gotten away from our roots.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about the church anymore. No one wants to talk about what grandma and grandpa taught us or what we know is right and wrong. There is right and wrong in this country. You can't get around it. You know, what Trump is saying is that for those of you who have a faith in God, who believe in some principles, I'm your man,
I'm your man.
right? Okay? You want to live a Christian, godly life? I'm your man, right? And so here's an opportunity for us to get back to our roots in terms of what we were taught. Feminism was the worst thing ever introduced into the Black community.
Yes, it was. But,
okay. Okay. And so we live in a culture now where a Black woman would tell you she don't need a man. It's one thing if you can't find one. It's another thing that you say you don't need one. Because now you're going against what God created in the beginning.
Come on now.
When he created man, then he created woman. He said, he that findeth the wife findeth the good thing.
Yes.
And then you both come together as one. You can sustain a household when you got two people. Before 1972, 70% of Black households in America was two-parent households.
Come on now.
Today,
come on now.
80% of the Black household is single head of household by Black females. Now, what's wrong with that picture? We're out of order. We're not going to be blessed when you're out of order.
Out of order, out of whack.
Nobody is saying, God didn't say that a woman is supposed to be a slave to a man.
Right.
It says that the man is supposed to love his wife like she's the queen.
Yep.
Because if you treat me like the queen, we both at the table, right? It takes two to survive today.
Yes, it does.
And so we've got to restore our families. We got to get Black men back in homes. We got to start having Black women to stop castrating our Black men. And we've got to learn that there is an order to the family.
Absolutely.
When you have order to your family, our Black children won't be in prison.
Come on now.
They won't be making that route on the penal system.
Come on now.
Because the dad is not at home. Because you see, I feared my daddy. My daddy did. My mama had to have a conversation. My daddy just had to have a look.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying?
That nice strong look.
That look. All he had to do was look a certain way. Right? Okay? When daddy looked at you, all was in order. Right? He didn't have to pick up a switch. He didn't have to pick up a belt. He didn't even have to have a conversation. He just looked at you and you knew all things were going. And that was for girls and boys. You understand what I'm saying? So when you bring that man back in the house and you have that structure, your family is now back in order. We got to turn this thing around. We're no longer the longest minority because we're out of order. Right? Okay, so now we want to abort our babies.
Yes, hey, pause it right quick, Mike.
Percentage-wise, that's aborting our kids, even though we're the second largest minority. So here's what I got to.
I just want to say that Auntie was preaching. And I hope y'all is paying attention because we're going to talk about Auntie preaching. I'm going to let her finish. Look, all I had is one of the funny things, right, y'all? See, that's that church. When the pastor is on his jug and you can't give him nothing but an amen and sing songly, you know it's on point. So that's all I could get out the whole time Auntie was preaching. I couldn't do nothing but So Mike, she doesn't. I don't believe she has too much longer left. And then,
what she was saying was so powerful, though, man. I legit hope everybody's listening because everything she's saying is legit. I didn't even know some of that stuff. So I love being educated by somebody, and I love seeing them sit there with you at a restaurant, chopping it up over dinner. Those are real people and community leaders that badass. So yeah, man, I know she's only got a couple minutes left, but powerful stuff, and we'll get into it, man. Absolutely. So here we go, guys.
Let's do it.
And she's preaching. It is powerful.
To say when I talk to the national media, they say, so what do you think about, this whole thing of everybody saying we need reproductive rights? See, Dems have gotten smart. First, they were saying we were pro-choice.
Right.
They realized that Black women couldn't get on top of that. Right. We don't know what you mean by pro-choice. But when you start saying reproductive rights, Black women got confused. They don't understand what reproductive right means. Birth control. That means what contraception you want to take. The last time I checked, when you look it up, reproductive right means what you want to take to keep from getting pregnant. Abortion is not reproductive rights. Okay,
that's genocide.
Okay, that's genocide.
That is genocide.
And sex is a choice.
Yes, it is.
So we just want to be lazy.
Yes.
Right? Oops.
Yes.
Right? And then you still don't have an excuse because if you had oops, you can go the next day and get a pill to keep you from even conceiving.
Come on now.
Right? If you don't conceive, you can't have an abortion.
Come on now.
But nobody wants to have the conversation in the Black community about just how out of order we are. Being out of order is what everybody wants to comply with today because that's where it's socially to be. There is no such thing as social justice today.
Nope.
There's only righteous justice.
That's it.
And we just got to regroup, recheck, and redo.
And I think we will. I think we've been put in a position today to wake up those who are asleep, because they see. You got a lot of people who are waking up and realizing maybe this isn't the right choice, right? What is this abortion thing? Like, you got women who are abortion survivors who are like, yo, I can't have kids.
Right.
I have been ruined. I can't have children anymore. So let me let you know this. The other thing that they tag onto it is, you know, we have so many mothers that are dying giving birth, right?
Correct.
And they throw that the women's maternal health. That's the main thing I hear them say. The women's maternal health. The women's maternal health. No, let's talk about maternal health.
Correct.
Let's talk about being a mother.
Correct.
Let's talk about these families that we have to create.
Correct.
Let's stop making sex about fun. Do I have fun? Yes.
But
be responsible and know.
Correct.
And know that, hey, this was created for one reason and one reason only.
Correct.
And that is to reproduce.
Correct.
We made it fun.
Correct.
But this is to reproduce.
That's correct.
When we realize and move in that, then we can fix things.
Sex is a choice.
It's a whole choice.
It's a choice. You can choose to lay down or not lay down.
That's it.
Okay.
Or stand up or whatever it is that you
and then
choose
don't
to do.
start aborting baby because of your bad decisions.
Come on now.
When you could have addressed it on the front end.
On the front end.
Now I'm gonna get to the transgender thing.
Oh Lord.
Okay,
Get it.
I'm just gonna talk biology.
Let's get it.
I have a son that's a biologist and a son that's a chemist.
Okay.
I just wanted to pause and be like, "Uh-oh, here we go." But we started out high. Welcome
Hey,
back.
man, listen, bro. When I say it was a time at the convention, brother, it was a time. Let's
I got
go.
some balls. We are throwing balls of fire. Pause. No Diddy tonight. We are shooting missiles from the base. We
Diddy.
are launching. If you are an enemy, if you are considered an enemy, if you are suspect, you want no part of Rumble on Rumble tonight, because we are coming for that ass.
Man, listen,
All
they
right.
should already know they don't want no parts of Pro and Fresh Mike anyway when it comes to any missiles,
Yeah.
hot fire.
None of that. We live for it.
Straight
My
up.
favorite saying, I think I might want this on my tombstone, but my favorite saying is, "This is the very game I play, and you're about to find out why you don't play it with me." So that's what we do, and we about to play it right now. All right.
That deserves a good old.
Yeah, here we go. Let's let her finish. Sorry about that.
Okay.
And they both say you either XX or XY.
That's it.
Okay. DNA gonna tell it all.
It's gonna tell it
We
all.
cannot move on mutilating babies
Come on now.
based on the feeling.
Come on now.
When kids go through puberty, they feel all kind of ways.
Mhm.
They've got hormones, testosterone, and things that are happening to their bodies that they're not used to. And they're trying to figure it out, right?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, they still got XX or XY.
That's it.
Right? And when we take it upon ourselves and say, baby, based on your feeling, you feel like you want to be a woman today, so I'm going to get you on some steroids, some whatever it is, and then I'm going to mutilate your body
Mhm.
for a child. Now, if you're a grown adult and you want your body mutilated, that's on you.
Right.
But this whole thing saying that you're giving rights to children, they're children, and the word says that we're responsible for their decisions.
Mhm.
Out of order.
Out of order. Out of order. This right here can be so much. And it's gonna end up being so much more.
I don't know, but I keep on saying the attack directly attack to women and directly attack to the defensive,
Right.
like the children. And when you take the men out of the way, the women and children are easy target because the man is not there.
Right.
So we need to restore the men in the whole picture.
Correct.
So the men can protect the woman and the men can protect the children.
Correct. You
That's
know,
the role. That's what's up.
until you get it biblical right, everything else is out of order.
It's out of order.
And in the Black culture, that's what's so disturbing to me, because we know better.
Mm-hmm.
We know better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what got us through slavery, what got us to freedom, even when you talk about liberal civil rights leaders, it was still based on the church,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Man, I don't even want to talk about the church. The church is so lost. It is when I'm gonna just say it. When I see these fairies running around in the church, these fairy pastors with the first husbands, it's too much. You failed. You have completely failed. We have a church in Savannah. The pastor stood up in the pulpit. This may be 2 weeks before Easter.
Okay.
And he attacked President Trump. Right. He went in there and he was like, yeah, you got this one guy whose name I will not mention, who said that black people was going to vote for him because he was indicted and he has a mugshot. And I was like, yeah, that's not what Trump said.
Correct.
And I played. So what I did, man, my city is hot with me because I did a 11-minute video to where I let the pastor say what he said. And then I played what Trump said.
Come on.
And then he said what he said. And then I played what Trump said. And everybody was like, man, you ain't had to do that, Pastor. Yes, I did.
But not only that, what Jesus does he serve?
Come on.
Rather than up there talking about Trump, what he need to be talking about sin.
Come on now.
What he needs to be talking about how you're going to save your soul and where you're going.
Come on now.
Life. He needs to leave Trump alone and handle his business.
Handle his business. You know what he didn't touch? And I was looking and I was waiting and I asked everybody. You know what he didn't touch on? He ain't touch on when Biden named Easter Day of Trans Visibility. He ain't say nothing about that. He ain't. And I was looking. I was waiting because I would have gave him his just due.
Woo.
But he didn't do it.
Can't do it.
He didn't do it. So you know what I did? I went in on him again. And everybody like, oh man, why you keep doing that? Because that pastor is a charlatan. Correct. He is a false prophet standing before you who's doing nothing but draining you of your resources for his megachurch.
Because not only this, everybody that's called, not called.
Come on now.
Okay. A lot of this, 75% of the black pastors today, they call themselves.
They call themselves.
And then they give themselves a title.
Come on now.
Bishop.
Come on now.
Apostle.
Come on now.
Prophet. We're gonna run on down the list.
I love my women. I love my women to death. But see, I am an old school Southern Baptist.
Come on.
So when I see female pastors, I'm looking like, hold on, bro. I remember what they say about the women as far as being pastors.
Listen, I can teach you all day.
Come on now.
The pastorship needs to be a man.
Come on now.
Can't get out of order.
Cannot get out of order.
I am a Baptist.
Okay.
From Venezuela.
Okay.
When I came here, I'm still a Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no woman being my pastor. I do not want that. But I do understand that sometimes because a lack of men getting into that position,
right,
some women have to do it.
Right.
But if we have some men doing it, I'd rather have a man as a pastor than a woman, because that's not biblical.
That's it.
That's it. Everything in the place. Everything in the place will function just right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I think that is good for that. Let's go ahead and get on into it, man. You know what I mean? We grind it out. I think the heat, the most important parts, man. Want to say shout out, welcome everybody. We are back. Last week we did the Shane Cashman replay as we had a lot going on. Happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. I hope you had a great Sunday. I know I did. You know, Pro2kall, he got like 4 kids, 8 baby mama. He can't keep up. It's busy for him. There's no way we're gonna get a show done.
Trying to figure out the math. You know what I'm saying? I 4 kids. Crazy. Got 8 baby mamas. Some sort of way, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, because it's 4 baby mamas and just 8 kids, and it's literally divided even, right? Like,
right,
the 8 women. Like, one day she'll have the kids, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll go to the other one, and she got the same kid that was over at the other. It was like, wait, so which one's you? Like, I don't know, man. I'm just playing.
Then they just try to claim you. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to the mother of my kids. I love
shout out to all the mamas of all the babies. Woo, man. We gotta start out, man. I'm happy to be here. Want to clear some stuff up. I am finishing testing up some gear here. Some of it not even as good as my own personal gear. Definitely from the studio I've been working in the city. Wanted to just clear up that I am just, been producing, been doing podcasts with it, sent texts out. So definitely did that. And to the person that says they got video of me bringing gear in and out, I understand, and you do, my gear, personal, this stuff, all kinds of people's stuff, actually. And I hope you have videos of me cleaning those toilets and scrubbing that office as well, because the whole story will come out. And right now, the gloves are still on, and this is how heavy it is. Don't worry, the gloves can come off. So we're going to leave that right there and hope you hear this part. And that's all I got to say about that right there. You're going to play fair and you're going to play nice. See, the problem is this, is that you think that you're superior and I'm inferior and my time and effort and work means nothing. And so we have an impasse here. And as soon as you see me as an equal man to you, we'll have no more problems, my friend. You know who you are. Reach out. And there's that. So anyway, Amy K. Hall with the fire. How you feeling, Pro?
Damn. I was. Ooh.
Sorry.
That was bro. It was the heat. It was the fire from the conversation that you just heard. Because it's time out for foolish games. You know what I'm saying? And certain things just have to be called out, and we can't, like, we're grown. So because we're grown, right, we have to do things in a grown order, and you can't get like stuck in your feelings on situations when you, especially when you know you're in a fucked up position. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put yourself in a very bad position in any action that you made. So when it's being called out, you know what I'm saying, don't get mad and want to play the other game or run away from what you actually did. Accept it, clear it up, and then change your directions. Whatever it is you have to do to clear it up, take care of it, and then you won't have the guilty conscience to where you're mad when somebody's just literally trying to help you better yourself, put you in a better position of life just because they're calling it out, right? It's because they care. When they address you like a man or like a grown-up, it's because they care. And you can't get caught up, even if it comes in what you may feel is an aggressive way, right? You can't get mad at that, because sometimes it's just the heat of passion, like really wanting you to jumpstart and put a move on. If you're in a street and there's a runaway car coming and I'm saying, yo, get the fuck out the street, a car coming. I don't want you to stand there and look at me. Who you cussing at? Because now you're dead. Right?
And that's the thing, is that these cut the loss and chalk it up to the game. Stress levels will love you for it. Exactly. Don't play. Also, you know, for those of you that may not know, and those of you that do know, you know, I live for my receipts. Trust. I'm not going to ever get into a battle I do not feel like I am covered on all ends. You know, it's just that simple. Because I try hard to be at peace with all men always and get along with folks, right? That's the secret.
Right.
But in 2024, we are suffering no fools. I'm taking the pro route, because that's how you become successful, is go, I'm not wasting my time with things that are not meant for me or not built for me, or ways I can't succeed and try. You know, you got to serve something bigger than you. You know what I mean? And your weekend, which is a great slide into, showed me, man, is that we're right there and there are things bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? And we got good stuff. Even the Lord, even our Lord threw some tables when he had, threw some tables when he had to. The Lord, he had to flip the table.
He flipped some tables and cracked some whips. Told his homies, listen, man, y'all know I'm two-way all day. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus was too.
Right.
I want y'all to understand that Jesus was 2A all day. And he was respectful with the 2A all day. Let me show you how. If you didn't like guns or whatever the case, or excuse me, if you didn't like swords or whatever the case may be, he let you be. But he gave instruction, clear instruction. Hey man, you better keep a strap. If you got money, get a strap. If you ain't got money, but you got an extra TV over there, and you ain't using it like that, sell the TV and get a strap. I mean, that's what he told his boys.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. Yeah. And it was, you know, for protection. You know, he wasn't giving them the command, go up there and start cutting people.
He wouldn't just say murking people. Yeah.
He's like, you're going to go forth with a message that is bigger than you, and you might have to swing to survive. And if you put us in that scenario, don't put me in a place where I got to swing to survive, dog. Because I come out of people who never had to do that don't understand what that is. It's almost frustrating, right? You're like, don't back me into a corner, because unfortunately, that's where I'm best. I've had to work so hard to pull myself out of corners because I feel like that's where I thrive. So I mess a lot of shit in my life up to end up in a corner so I can fight my way out. And I'm just to the point in life where going, I don't need to be in the corner. I can enjoy dinner with my wife on the couch watching Survivor. You know what I mean? I don't have to always be in a fight. So now you put me in that corner. Well, this is the very game I play, and you're about to find out why you don't play it with me. It's that simple. But speaking of games and why people don't play them with us, man, the convention.
Oof.
Bro.
Oof. A time was had, my brother.
Man, the pictures, the all of them, including with Marjorie Taylor Greene, Rudy in the
My
building.
dog is in the building. What up, bro?
Yeah. Rudy, let me know if it's still on for Tuesday night, by the way. So man, let's just break it down. Let's just start. You show up Friday night, is that correct?
No, man, I showed up Friday morning at 11.
Friday morning, my
11
bad.
a.m. 11. I left my house. I left my house about 5:30. I left town about 6:30.
Cool.
Yeah,
So how does it work for people who've never been to a convention, especially because you're a bit more of an insider than the average cat? How does it work? Like what's the setup? Because you're representing Savannah, right? So
Chatham County.
So you have kind of your own little crew, your own little tables? Like how does that work?
So it depends on how your convention is actually set up. You do have your own section. It's broke up by county. So, okay, let's rewind this a little bit. Let's go back. We're about to have a citizenship civics class. All right. You have an organized party in your county, right? For those positions that are partisan. And partisan means it is connected to a party. So it's a party position. All right. With those parties, you set up where you have the people who run for office, right? And the party, those are the particular candidates. So it's built around the candidates, and then you have representatives, nonprofit representatives. Let me go ahead and say that you're a nonprofit. Your party is considered a nonprofit organization. They have board of directors, executives, executive branches. They're, each setup may be different, but it's, either board of directors or an executive board with other leaders up under them. We operate under Robert's Rules of Order. So if anybody was in any type of FBLA, DECA, anything in school, Robert Rules of Order is the lovely rules that govern all of this, right? Even at the county meetings, when you watch county meetings, they supposed to operate under Robert's Rules of Orders, and they do a little bit, but it's like loosely based. But anyway, the party.
Just real fast for those that may not know, just watching CNN or C-SPAN, basically, it's that the chair now calls so and so to order to speak. And then, it's like, the time starts now, the speaker has 7 minutes or whatever. That
point of order. You
point of
probably
order,
heard point of order, heard a lot recently, reclaiming my time. All of these are certain things in, operating within our Robert's Rules of Orders. So anyway, yeah, so you have the party structure. Party structure has the directors and all the other people that work within the organization to make the party move. And then these are the people, and it's broken down by your county, and then your congressional district, and then your state, and then nationwide, right? So it's like boom, 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 boom in those tiers, starting at the bottom lower level, which is your county, and working your way up. And all of those positions within those representatives are partisan. So county being your sheriff, your county commission, your DA, the judges are nonpartisan, supposed to be. You can run for office nonpartisan, but they're typically all connected to some party in some type of way. They affiliate with a particular party, because you kind of have to, from county on up, in those different positions. Your sheriff, your state representative, your state senator, your governor, your house representative, your house senate. Your Fed House member and your Fed Senate member, and then of course the president. But anyway, so with the convention, it's everybody. At the state convention, it's everybody from around the state, from all the different counties and districts, right? And we all go up in there, and we basically we vote to send forth, like, so in this case, we were taking care of the delegates who are going to vote for President Trump. So now, right, let me bring this a little closer to
Right.
home so you'll understand. You know how we here in Georgia right now, we had quote unquote fake electors, right, to elect
Yes.
Trump
Yeah.
in 2020. So the fake electors were us in that room. So I could potentially, if they wanted to, this is where, like, because this is a actual organized, connected to true politics situation, how they want to bring forth the RICO case, because we are all a part of the Georgia Republican Party and we're all under that banner. We can all get pulled in under this if they wanted to. That's why it's like, it's really nothing. Like this Fannie Willis case is really boo-boo. Like literally set 2 rows behind David Schaefer.
Damn.
Which is the dude who's in the Fannie Willis case, right? Because he was the chairman of the GOP at the time. Talked to him for a second, dapped him up, and we need to talk about that too. Put this on your notepad, right? I need to address, and I guess we'll probably talk about it, the whole Twitter post and the comments. I gotta address people about the bullshit that they're saying about people in this party, because I'm tired of this shit and it's really fucking ignorant. So I'm going to drop bombs. So remind me of that
Okay.
later on when we get into the picture. But
Address this when you say this party, you mean the Republican Party,
the Republican
Georgia?
Party.
Okay,
just the
at
Republican
large.
Party in general. Yeah. Because
Cool.
just remind me that, because then we'll talk about the comments on the thing.
Cool. While we're paused for a second, we gotta give pew 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 to my man Haram Live back in the building. Yeah, he's back off vacation. Man, it's a funny story, just real fast, man. After I think we were watching Cannon Speaks or something the other night. It was a late night. And I was trying to bother him just because I know you were like about falling asleep or whatever. I was just bothering him. I like couldn't sleep. I was like, "What are you doing, man? Are we talking about fights or what?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm on vacation." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I didn't bother him at all. And I bothered him. I felt bad to even ask him. I just sent him a little funny meme on vacation. But now that he's back, I can start bugging his ass again. Just hitting him up at midnight.
Glad,
hey man, what do you think about the fights? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for being back. Okay, so basically the rules of order. Let's get back there.
Okay, yeah, so we're going there. So yeah, the rules of order that governs, like it's a true meeting, it's a body, it's an organization.
Yes.
So we also on the lower levels leading up to this, we have a certain amount of delegates. So based on the way that the members of the county participated in the elections and won like precincts, if you would, in elections, based on the number of votes of the one precincts, you get a certain amount of delegates, right? So it's based on like how many people registered in that precinct, how many people showed up to vote, how many, did you win the precinct, or did did the other candidate win the precinct? You get delegates based on that. So every county we had to meet up. Oh Lord, it's a big process. It starts at the precinct level. You meet up at the precinct level. You talk to the people within your precinct that's within the party, that's declared to the party, who wants to be a delegate to vote for, the person or the resolutions that we have coming up in the county meeting, right? And then you also say whether or not you want to do it also for the state and if you want to do it nationally. All right. So then we have the list, and then we get together and we determine from our precincts who's going to represent our precinct as delegates at the county. And then we get together at the county, and then we determine, okay, so we got all these people from the precincts. Then we got all these people who said they would do it for the county. Let's see who we would choose. We got this amount, we got, I don't know, 50 delegates or 54 delegates, to go and vote and represent our county, at the district level.
Right.
Excuse me. And then these are the people who we're going to take from our county. Not only are they going to got the ones that are going to represent us on district level, but there's the ones who also said that they would represent us at the state level for voting for whatever, whether it's chairman of the party, whether it's, councilmen, committeemen. We could congratulated I think AK Kamara might have won committeeman.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So you got him who won a committeeman representing his state. You have the delegates who will be the person who will be, voting for whoever your representative is at the national level, right? So all of those people, that list is taken, and then you determine out of all the members who's going to go and represent where, right? So like,
right.
So let's say Chatham County has 55 delegates, all right? Let's just go back to 54. We said the number 54. We have 54 delegates, and out of those, and we got to choose 54 out of the 500 county members that said that they're interested in being a delegate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll make the trip.
Right.
They'll do it. They'll go and represent. I wouldn't know. I can look. I asked, and I was told an answer. I wouldn't know. Okay.
Man, last time she made me bacon and eggs, I didn't have a problem.
Well, listen, you're a blessed man. I haven't. I don't know.
Play it.
So yeah, so then you choose. So if you got 500 people, you know what I'm saying, and you had to choose 54 people out of 500, like you got to be a pretty blessed soul to be one of those 54 people, you know what I'm saying, or connected soul, whichever you want to look at, to be one of those people who actually give the vote to say, yeah, I'm going to represent us here. And I've been blessed to be chosen as a delegate to represent my county. I've been to 3. I was chosen 3 times. I've only been allowed to participate 2 times because the very first time we had a Fed bitch. I'm just gonna call her what she is. Like, and guys, well, how do you know she's a Fed bitch? She called my phone. My phone has call ID. So if you call me, if you've been saved or whatever you got, if somebody saved it and they upload it into the cloud, or you put your name in at whatever your provider is, or they give the name off the bill, either 3. All right. My phone tells me what it is registered to. Put this on everything. He called me and her phone was registered to Lockheed Martin.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Holy shit. So when Pro tells you, hey bro, they doing some funny shit around here and a nigga is seeing this shit, yo, I'm not, and I've said it. Everybody, like, I bar no fools, bro. I bar no fucking fools.
Right.
So I'll be like, oh yeah, that's Lockheed Martin. Boy, she's a Fed. That's a Fed, and she was sent here to disrupt us, and she did it. Oh man, she disrupted the county party of Chatham. Good,
bro.
boy.
We have it. It's crazy that 2 weeks feels like forever. We didn't even get into on our show the fact that the mayor of Savannah came after you on Facebook, man. So it doesn't surprise me, but it is still scary. You know what I mean? And we've had a lot of these talks off. It's like it doesn't stop you, and in fact, it's almost confirmation I'm gonna keep going because once they got the trail, there's nothing they're gonna stop you from doing. But the best thing you can do is go. I know you're around. I'm going to do what I do anyway. Right. But wow, man. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, Lockheed Martin calling your phone. That's scary shit.
Martin. So I'm like,
so how was she involved in stopping you from doing your civic duty here?
It wasn't just me. So remember I said we operate under the rules of Robert's Rules of Order, right?
Right.
So she came in and she disrupted. Now she did it. Listen, they're fucking great. All right. It was kind of almost, it was Gretchen Whitmer, Proud Boys light, like extremely light, because there's a bunch of old people for the most part that participates in the party. Right. There's a bunch of old people in the area that are Republicans. There's a bunch of old people that are patriotic. Right. And they don't want to go crazy, but they just want the right thing to happen, right? They're not the hell yeah, we're gonna go take over, City Hall and tell the mayor to kiss our, like, they're not those type of people, saying they'll go outside, they'll wave a flag, they'll go in meetings, they'll donate money to the people who are willing to actually do the work, but they actually want to work the right way within order to get things done. So what she came in with and it was beautiful, right? I mean, listen, that's how I got involved with her. It was on have you heard the Precinct Project? Have you ever heard of the Precinct Project? Like, mentioned by Steve Bannon. There's let me find the guy's name right quick. I can't think of his name. But anyway, they went out and basically educated the people on the process that I'm talking about, as far as like conventions, county party level, like all of that. They went and they
built precinct by precinct. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So they did that, and that's how they drew, a lot of us in. Like, we didn't know about, like, Even my uncle was the fucking first black mayor of Savannah, and I didn't even understand the fucking party structure. I didn't know anything about it, but I'm dealing in politics, and I didn't even know the party structure. I didn't have, at this point, I hadn't been to 2 colleges and in the party, you know, and voting, and didn't know the party process. But they're, you know, vote or die. You know, you gotta vote, you gotta go vote, but you ain't telling me the rest of the stuff attached to this. It took these crazy white people, as y'all want to call them, to be like, oh yeah, this is this, and this is this, and this is this. And no animosity, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, people, they hate you because you black. They don't want to teach you. Bitch, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot more than you from them. If they didn't want me to be a part of it, they would have ran me out whichever way they wanted to run me out based on what you say.
It's true. Well, and not only that, but quite honestly, right now, as much as, you know, there's in my opinion, a concerted effort to kind of nullify the black experience in the conservative movement. Still, one good black conservative is equal to like 5 good black Democrats. You know what I'm saying? As far as what our numbers mean,
I would say I'm as good or better than 100 good Democrats.
Absolutely. No, I know.
I need 100 of them. I don't mess with you.
Just a guy who's going to cast a ballot is all I'm talking about at this juncture. So, but yeah. You know, you're absolutely right. So, man.
So they So yeah, I didn't know that, but she came in. She offered this class. She got us on the David Barton situation with teaching the Constitution. Got us in with good Constitution classes going on. Like, she came in on some real educative stuff and getting people moving. But then she took a hard turn. It wasn't like January 6th, but it still was bad. So January 6th, it didn't happen when we had our convention. And she interrupted just went crazy, just like took the rules, turned them her own way, and just went berserk in the meeting. Right? Robert's Rules of Order. In a meeting, when you're having a meeting and it's operated under Robert's Rules of Order, if you want to take a break, there's something going on, just like what we witnessed last week, right? You will enter a recess of a certain allot of time. All right, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. We're going to take a 2-hour recess. We're going to take a 3-day recess, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take a indefinite recess until we can determine another meet date, you know, that everybody's agreed upon. You establish a recess so that you can continue the meeting. All right. The moment you adjourn a meeting, the meeting is adjourned. There's no more business to be handled from this meeting. This meeting is over. She caused a disruption, and they adjourned the meeting instead of recessing it. So because they adjourned the meeting, right, so this was, you know, the people who were in power, they didn't understand Robert's Rules of Order. And I think, you know, looking back, she may have understood that they didn't understand Robert Rules of Order.
Yeah, it sounds like a hustle to me.
Yeah. But anyway, because she did it, and this was before, like, we hadn't even voted, because she was trying to infiltrate the county board. We didn't even vote for our county leader, so we didn't have a chair, vice chair, second chair. We didn't have any of that, right? And this went semi-viral. Like, it was all over the front page of the news. She had an old dude coming. Like I said, you know, we have old people. This was after January 6th. This was in March. I feel like this was right before. This was either March or April. This was right before or right after St. Patrick's Day. All right. So she had a dude take let me see if I can find it. I'll have you pull up on screen. Put him on a Vikings hat. A St. Patrick's Day themed Vikings hat right after January 6th.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Exactly. And bro, this shit made the front page of our newspaper. Let's see, Chatham GOP convention. See if I can pull this up in the. Yep. Okay. Oh, you son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
Did they memory hole it?
No, they didn't memory hold it. They did worse than memory hold it. Oh, beautiful. Ha. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. This is beautiful. I present to you guys the infamous picture from around the world. And the crazy bitch herself. So
Look at that.
that's the crazy one. She's sitting there. She's yelling at the chairman and them that's on stage. Look, that's an old dude. I'm talking about. He's definitely not with any rowdiness, right? You see, he's just sitting there. He's looking, and he really had that same look expression on his face the whole time. But she put him in the St. Patrick's theme Vikings hat, and she's causing a ruckus at the convention immediately after January 6th. Scared the living shit out of those people who was running the party, because again, these are old people who are running the party. This is right after January 6th, and those old folk are like, oh no. So they rushed through and adjourned the meeting. And in adjourning the meeting, we, like I said, we didn't vote for our chairman or our board, and we didn't vote for the delegates for that was going to represent Chatham County at the state convention and at the district convention that was coming up within a month, and the district convention that was like 2 months after that. So yeah, man, that's how I wasn't able to participate the first time and give and do my civic duties. And she was good at it, but we peeped it. So like right after this, it got peeped, and everybody was like, "Yeah, boy, that broad is on some bullshit." And I'm like, "Y'all, I'm trying to tell you that Lockheed Martin." Lockheed Martin. It just wasn't right. Was she smart? Yeah, she was smart as a whip, but
wait. I am so sorry to interrupt you, but wait. I gotta you gotta see something here, dog. Wait,
okay.
I'm tripping. Whoa.
All right.
Okay. So where this picture was taken in Georgia, correct?
In Chatham County.
County.
I'm behind her somewhere. Like I am behind her. I am like tables and chairs behind her.
Okay.
Like
Do
I'm
you
behind
know?
the rail.
I want you to look. There's a cup, a Stanley style cup.
Yep.
That's my logo. Hold on. Look at that right there. Look at my screen. Look in the camera.
I can't see you. I see me.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I forgot we're doing the full screen thing. Hold on. Boom.
Okay.
Look right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then boom, there's that logo right there. That's
not her cup,
undeniably.
Though. That's not her cup. That is my boy. I believe that's my dog. I'm not going to call his name. I'm just going to say my dog Nizzle. Right.
Well, tell him to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, clearly, you know what I'm saying. So.
I gotta call him. I'll probably call him like after all the craziness, man.
Boomer sooner.
The boomer sooner. Yeah. The sooner action.
I just saw that logo and it concerned me because I mean, clearly we got an op. You know what I'm saying? We got the poor guy that is getting set up, and then I see an OU cup, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, we got a couple of Sooner fans.
Really
listen,
going up?
We have a lot of transplants, bro.
That's fair.
And so it happens a lot. But yeah, man, she interrupted it and caused us not to have delegates. So I was not able to be a delegate that time. But I still went though. That I was able to go as a guest. And still had my little VIP treatment. That was my first convention that I went to ever, and state convention, because this was my first county convention right here. That was my first state. Oh shit, I forgot about that. The fucking district, she got the district convention canceled too, like right after, because of this whole scene that we're looking at right now. We were supposed to have the district convention down in like Brunswick area, and they got a call about what she did here.
Wow.
And the people was like, Yeah, no, we can't. You guys aren't welcome to come. So
No
the
kidding.
district convention wasn't able to be had before the state convention. So not only did Chatham not have representatives at the state convention, none of our district 1, so none of those other counties were able to elevate their delegates up to participate at the state level, because all of that is to be decided at the district.
So it was a
none of first
setup
district. Yeah.
from the convention to this. Wow.
Yeah, so it was
So
that
for
whole
those, the TLDR of that for folks that are much like myself and aren't smart like Pro, basically before the election, before J6 happened, before any of that happened, during the conventions to pick the electors, basically Lockheed Martin and other actors went out to ruin these processes so they could set this up, the trials, the things we're dealing with now, set that in motion way back then.
Oh, way back then. And it was before then, like the shit really was happening, like, because a lot of us, so all of this started happening, man. We started working. This was pre just let's hook one fella's Ram 1500. Look, man, I love me a Ram, bro. I ain't gonna lie, them the trucks.
He's pulling it down. I wonder what year it is.
So we had been moving and operating before the election.
Right.
Because after the election and leading into Jan 6, we got activated even more because of the steel. You know what I mean? So it was me, did, like I said, smart broad. She's a Fed. She's intelligent. She's a very smart individual. She's dumb as hell, but hell no, that's her. Go put her back on the screen. Put her back on the screen. No, Rudy, that's her standing and pointing. That is her standing and pointing.
Want to pause for a second and show Fuego's statement. This is very interesting. He says he was at the Nevada State Convention where there was such a ruckus, power was cut, and everyone was kicked out and the doors locked. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's crazy things that happen at conventions all the time, man. And you just got to be prepared for it and be ready. It's an experience. I will say that. It is definitely an experience. I went, my first one is the one, I'm sure you guys have seen the video footage of Kemp giving me a hug, and everybody's like, "Oh, you know," then I got crazy slack for that. "Oh, it's every time." God, remind me, bro, so we can talk about that, because that shit is crazy.
For sure.
It's definitely a pretty dope experience, you know what I'm saying, to be around these people and talk to them. You can get the one-on-one with these people who represent your state. You can truly check them. You can truly have a conversation with them. They will remember you if you're active and you do what you like. Naturally, I'm not a forgettable dude. I'm pretty big. I got long hair. I got a long beard. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to catch me in a suit or a button down. I'm going to be in a voting to disarm yourself is the same thing as voting to oppress yourself. You know, I'm going to have on the Joe Gotta Go shirt. I'm going to have on a freedom over everything shirt. I'm going to have on some dope conservative message t-shirt. Right. And it's always, "I love your shirt, man." And it's a conversation starter, and we just go from there. "Where you here from?" "Oh, I'm from Chatham. I'm do this. And then you just delve into it, man. It's like, it's, as Fuego said, it's totally worth going. And as he said right before that, it gets nasty because, like, it's elections, you feel me, and people are moving. You got delegates you got to vote for. You got resolutions. Oh man, I forgot about the resolutions. There's resolutions you vote for. There's state party members that you vote for. Like, it gets crazy. And you could have, you voting for chairman, and there's 4 people running for chairman, and there's 3 people running for vice chair, and there's 6 people running for third vice chair, and there's 5 people running for treasurer and secretary. And you're getting all these text messages, and it's crazy. And they go in, and you got different from people from all walks of life in there. You feel me? So like, you're like, this is the crazy thing. I'm just gonna kind of jump into it now. You got dumb black folk who are on there on my post and comment and saying, "Oh, them white folk don't even want you there. They ain't giving you no respect. Nigga, they ain't giving me respect. You should see the way that they talk to each other in that motherfucker. Like I saw, bro. I saw a dude. I tell you no lie. I did a lot of moving around doing like a lot of the speeches and stuff. There was a dude. It was right by the concession stands. I was walking in from the concession stand area, going back to the floor where the delegates are seated. And dude walks up and he was like, I'm just gonna call him Dave. And he say, Dave, you're gonna keep my damn name out your mouth, or we're gonna have some problems. And I turn around and I look, and he's just laying in, and there's an older gentleman right there, and he's like, all right, now, Steve, I don't know what's going on, but we need to calm down. Like, I literally stopped what I was doing and turned around and was like, oh, this is good. Oh, like, look, y'all talk about them not wanting me. No, I didn't have anybody come to me saying any type of shit like that. They did it to each other. So, like, yeah, hey, I'm in the clear. I'm good. It is what it is. How do you speak? So Jack has a good question.
I was going to say, Jack drops a really good question. Thank you,
yes.
Jack.
How do you speak louder than the lobbyists? You speak louder than the lobbyists by getting your precinct and then working on your neighbor precinct, getting the actual voters. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn how much money a lobbyist puts in. It's the voters that matter. Case in point, there was a young lady that ran to be a delegate, either a delegate or a committee woman. Hold on, let me look at my phone, because these motherfuckers was texting their asses off. I'm talking about they was texting us like crazy. And she had been to 3 and 4 conventions, and she worked on the Trump campaign in 2016, and she was advisor for Trump in 2020, but she was talking like a real deal swamp lobbyist. 2 people, right? Everybody knew she was the shoe-in.
Right.
She didn't win.
Wow.
And it was an upset. When I say upset, like, people walked, it was a mass exodus out of the convention because it was a upset. And that's what you do. It doesn't matter how much money you have as a lobbyist or any of that. You get the voters. You get those people who go in those precincts and vote. You make sure they get behind the candidate that they need to be behind. And that means, getting those, you can get the list from if you get active in a party and you become a precinct chair, right? Or just a precinct committeeman, you get access to the voter rolls, to everybody who's registered to vote in that precinct. And then you go speak with them. You do block parties. You rent the neighborhood center out, and you need food. People want to eat, and if you're going to take their time, you need to give them something to eat. And I suggest you give them some good food. Don't just give them no BS. Give them some good food. Hey, listen, boy, we ain't got hot dogs, just regular hot dogs and hamburgers, man. We got the Nathan's man who pulling up, and we got the Smash Brother Smash Burgers food truck coming, and we've already paid for all the food for everybody. So y'all just come and y'all eat good, and we gonna talk. You do things like that to get those people involved. Talk to them about what's going on. Get them interested in the candidate, or just the policies that you want them to focus on, and how you get it, and get them to buy in and get them to vote. You beat the lobbyists every time, because the lobbyist is coming with money and focusing on the low propensity voter. Your mission is to get rid of the low propensity voter, make that low propensity voter an actually educated person when it comes to voting. And it's a numbers game. The more numbers you have is what it is. If you're in a district that has 200,000, no, I ain't gonna say 200,000. You're in a district that has 10,000 people registered to vote. And out of those 10,000 people registered to vote, only 1,000 of them show up to vote. Right? You want to have, I see Rudy, man.
Fucking Rudy.
Want to have a cushion of 600 of that 1,000 to have been from you. If it's 10,000, your mission is to try and get all 10,000 of them. but you want to make sure that you have a cushion of 6,000 of those voters with you. You want the majority, and all you got to do is go talk to them.
And I think it's so important. I think Jack has a point. It's very, at that national level, and we say this all the time, but man, is it more important now than ever. But yeah, on that national White House, chambers of Congress level, there is access that I think lobbyists should not have, that regular people, they shouldn't have any more access than regular folks, and they do, and it's very hard to get through to them. But on a regular level, like Pro's talking about 10,000 people, that means that probably 1,000 people will decide the vote, 1,000 to 1,200 people ultimately, because very few elections really go over 10% unless it's, something crazy like some incumbent.
Big. Yeah.
But most of the time you've got a 10, 12% margin of error there. So 1,000 people, 10 people can turn 1,000 easily, and so, you're looking at these local elections, and that's where so much power comes from, as we've said before. And I've been, lucky enough to have you on here. We've all been lucky enough to Letitia James to point that out, and Fannie Willis to point that out. Fannie wasn't voted by the state. She didn't even have to win a majority of the state of Georgia to get in her place. It was one precinct.
It was one county.
One county, several precincts. All it took was one county to have major nationwide and actually worldwide effects on this stuff. So people need to understand that a few hundred people here or there can affect the entire world, and definitely our country at large, and actually will 100% without a doubt affect your state. Even if it's not your county, it's going to affect your state in some way. My man Rudy says MTG didn't cook if the food was good. Man, you don't know, dog. Yeah, you be catching them fish, man. Anyway, and he says, with today's tech, I think we could get rid of reps and the people vote on all the issues. Just throwing that out there.
So I that's why I'm a fan of crypto, because I do believe with the power of the blockchain, I think that we can get to a point to where we do that. But there's still positions, there's still places and things where we do need those reps, and we just need them to be the right reps. And again, and that's what I was saying about, just getting active on the precinct level, just with regular voting and voting for everybody, but then also getting people engaged in the party process of the precinct level and moving on up. We can move and control our representatives like we want, because it's these conventions. They go to these conventions and they notice who are at the conventions and who aren't at the conventions. So when they don't show up, and they're like, wait a minute, this is your point. This is your place where you get to talk to us, and you're not here. Oh, okay. We know what's up. And you're and it's crazy because like these ones that don't show up, we just had ours right before our primary is Tuesday. To choose them.
What a golden opportunity, right? And I was going to ask you, so this took place in Columbus, Georgia.
Georgia, right on the Alabama border.
Okay, and why do you think they chose, which I was actually just surprised in that, the move is Savannah or Atlanta normally, right? You'd think, or even there's a couple other places, but the move is one of those city centers. So why did they choose Columbus, do you think? No,
not you don't want. So like Atlanta has traffic trouble.
Right.
All right. Atlanta has major traffic trouble. So they try and stay away from Atlanta. Savannah doesn't have a convention center we have a convention center for us, but it's being renovated right now. So they're not going to do that convention center because it's not available for us right now. Eventually, yeah, but not now. We did Columbus last year. They did Jekyll Island.
I remember
2
that.
years ago.
Remember,
that was my first one at Jekyll Island. That was in 21, and then last year we did Columbus. We had Trump last year at Columbus, and because I don't now Rudy, You went too far. You went too far. I might can't stand a woman theologically, ideologically, but one thing about it, she ain't get that bunkie from no way, bro. She ain't get that bunkie from no way, man. She probably burning something up in the now.
She might be able to cook.
I think she'd be able to. I could. You may be on to something with MTG. I cannot. But listen, I think it's Fanny. It's too much in her genes, because it's in her genes. Anyway, they did Columbus though, because like I said, we were there last year, and it was easier for them because of being there last year. It was much easier for them just to go ahead and say, okay, look, we're gonna not worry about the fight for next year. We're just gonna do it again here in Columbus and just let that be it. My dog.
Better rallies in the building. Pew, pew, pew,
Hotel.
pew. She can order up the good food. Hotep to fed.
Oh yeah, she can definitely order up the good food. Now look, listen, there's one thing I can say about a good bit of Black women, especially from one age range on up. And they can cook. They know how to cook. They know how to season. But they also know how to spend some damn money on some good food. They'll man, please. So you're definitely right. You know. Amy, this is probably one of the only times in life where I'm going to have to say I completely disagree.
It's a big part of it. Speaking of cooking and Rudy throwing the arrows, let's get into it. Bam! What is that right there? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. We doing it large.
No, you got
to
go to the real. You got to go to the actual photo. Go to Twitter. Go to X.
I got you. All right, I'm going. I'm going.
Gotta get that.
Let's just get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look at that, man. There's you standing next to that hot chick there. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Boom.
Hair was pretty hot.
Share this tab. There we go. Boom.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? And
all
you
right.
even tagged my man Rudy the Vet in it.
Yeah, I did. I had to let him know because I asked her. You know what I'm saying? I asked her. I say, hey, man, I got a brother that I want to know, man. Because he told me that 9 times out of 10 you couldn't cook eggs. So I needed to know, can you cook eggs? And what them cooking skills like. And she was like, oh, I definitely like to eat good. I'm from Georgia. I was like, okay. All right. I wouldn't know. I've never been to, but hey, you know, it's highly possible. It's highly possible. I wouldn't know. But yeah, so Marjorie was there, and like, cause I literally, like, I knew she was coming. And I knew she'd end up on the floor, but I wasn't sure whether or not I would like have actual time to be able to pull her to the side and holler at her, because I mean, she's fucking MTG, and the shit had just happened with old girl like 2 or 3 days before. So I knew it was going to be people who wanted to, like, you know, talk to her, and the media was going to be in her face and all that good stuff. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to really get a chance to holler at her.
But you did.
Yes. I'm sitting there, I'm in the convention, and dude's like, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene will be here signing books in the back. I was like, okay. I get to actually holler at her. I'm not buying no book though.
Right? Ain't no book being bought.
So yeah, hold up. I'm not buying no book though. Me. I'm not buying no book though.
No books are being purchased today.
No, not by me. I'm not buying no book. People may buy a book. I'm not buying no book. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in the back, holler at her. And one of my partners from another county was there. We're standing in line and we just messing around. He's like, you got a book? I'm like, nah, I ain't get no book. I'm just want to see if I can holler at her right quick and take a picture. He was like, man, you need a Marjorie Taylor Greene book. I'm not buying no Marjorie Taylor Greene book. I'm gonna buy me some food, and I'm gonna buy some other stuff. I'm just not buying no MTG book because, you know, I don't. First of all, I don't really have the time to sit down and read a book because I'm always on the move. But if it's an audio book and it's worth listening to, I'll listen to it. You need a Marjorie Taylor Greene book. I was like, all right, man. So anyway, we get to start talking about something else, and we get close to the book table, and my dude says, hey, give me another one of those Marjorie Taylor Greene books. pulls out his card, and gets me a Marjorie Taylor Greene book.
Oh, so nice.
Thrown in by
Republicans are nice. I don't care what nobody's, especially at a convention, man.
they're dope at a convention. So, we get there. So that's how, if you go back to the picture, because like I said, I prefaced it and I steady said, Pro ain't buy no book. All right. But if you go back to the picture, you'll see a picture, or in the picture is me, MTG, and I'm holding the book. So I just wanted to say that because, again, I steady said that Pro ain't about no book, but there's a picture of me and Marjorie Taylor Greene with a book in my hand. So I get to her and I was like, hey, Miss Greene, this is going to sound really weird, and just work with me here. I know you're going viral everywhere about your bleach blonde, butch. I said it, however it is. I said it all.
Right.
And she started laughing. I was like, you mind standing up, taking this picture with me so I can show everybody I can show everybody the beach blonde, and she was like, oh yeah, absolutely, I got you. So she stood up and we took the picture, and then that's when I messed with her about the whole cooking thing with Rudy, and I was like I say honestly, before I walked off, say honestly, I think that all three of you could have handled that a lot different, but it happened, and all I'm gonna just say is keep fighting, keep fighting, keep doing the dirt. And did they ever tell you who was getting paid by his daughter? And
Yeah.
About my way. But it was pretty cool, man. Her people, let's just say I can get in contact with MTG now. She's not my representative. Are you there?
I'm listening. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, the screen went black and I got the white circle and I was like, yo,
I just had to show this up, man, because I was waiting, but like badly built. I gotta be, what is she, in her mid-40s? I'm assuming early 40s, mid-40s.
No, bro. The woman turned 50 this year.
Okay, so she's 50 years old.
50.
Does that look like a badly built 50? If you were a single man at 50 and that chick came strolling up and like, hey, take me out for a drink, would you be like, have you seen most 50-year-olds lately? You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, so,
come on.
Bro, so I will say for a 50-year-old, and she does CrossFit. For a 50-year-old that does CrossFit, she looks good.
Absolutely.
Now, me personally, you know what I'm saying, I like a little bit more cut to the hips,
pigmentation,
and the backside. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, well, that's that too, but I wasn't even going there with it. Like, I wasn't going there with it. I was going, I like a little bit more definition. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more curvature to the thing. But for those who indulge and feel like, hey, it is what it is. She is muscular, and I preface that, on my comment on was that Friday when I talked about it on Facebook. She is a little muscular, but she does CrossFit. So I would expect her to be a little athletic, muscular. It's not like she's not cut. I can tell you that she's not cut, but you definitely see the tone and muscle structure.
She's a healthy woman at 50 years old. She exercises regularly. She probably has a high protein, low carb diet. You know what I mean? And people don't understand, honestly, love her or hate her job, and everybody on her level of success in politics job. I mean, sometimes she can be in 3 states in one day, and she's got to do television, court, a hearing, you know what I mean? And then go vote on something or argue about something and then run and do another late night show or a 3-hour podcast. So people like that are busy. The best thing you can do when you're that busy is stay healthy. I'll be honest, find some time in the gym. So it's a good thing for any busy person. So Larissa said, is it a cookbook? Man, you don't know. Rudy, you don't know.
No, it's not a cookbook. It's a memoir of some sort. Yeah. I'll read you. It says, in her first book, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene reveals her personal account of the battles she fights in the halls of Congress and beyond. MTG shares the story of her incredible ascension from small town business owner to MAGA firebrand. Known for her humor and honesty, MTG offers a never before seen glimpse into her decision to give up private sector success for public service. Her unfiltered views on the most important issues facing our nation and the personal sacrifices that come with being the most dangerous woman in Washington. No other book pulls back the curtain on Washington, the swamp, and the Democrat political elite like MTG's does. MTG's story will inspire anyone who has ever felt that their voice wasn't powerful enough to make a difference. Yes.
Is she ghetto in person?
Is she ghetto? No, she didn't seem too ghetto.
Hotep Federale want to know.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
she has
calm
some
down
pretty
with her
dope
book.
quotes in the back, you know.
Yeah. Who she
have
got?
Joe Biden.
Who's but what?
Joe Biden.
You got to read
amazing?
it. Ooh.
Hillary Clinton. This woman should be on a watch list, not in Congress. AOC. She must be expelled. Nancy Pelosi. MTG is a cause for trauma and fear among members of Congress.
Yeah, good.
Fellow party member Liz Cheney. Marjorie Taylor Greene makes clear yet again that she cannot be trusted. And the one we all love, the history-making, the phenomenal, the funny, Whoopi. Shouts out to the Rascals. This woman gets to come and talk about taking over the country, and she's not behind bars. How does that work? Beautiful quotes.
Are you not allowed to speak what you want and feel and who you think should be running the country? And how, so a communist person can come to America and go, I believe America should be communist, and that's fine. This woman says, I believe America should revert back to its core values, and she should be in jail. I love it. Good job. You know, do I agree with her always? No. Is she a badass? Yes. Do I think we need more people like her? Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, she doesn't seem ghetto to me. She seems like a very nice person and smarter than people give her credit for. But that's the whole key. So, say what?
I think she hella country.
Hella country.
Yeah, Southern I think she's girl. Hella country. I don't know if she's ghetto or not.
She got the country vibe going, and I love that. And speaking of people winning, we gotta give a shout out. I got it queued up. Bam, ladies and gentlemen, Hotep Nation's own.
All right.
AK Kamara. Right. Look at that good-looking man on stage right there.
Holding it down for Minnesota.
Bam.
That's what I'm talking about.
He is real AK Kamara on Twitter, and he is the new Minnesota GOP National Committeeman. What does that mean, Pro? For those of us who may not know, country and Western, Fuego says.
Yeah.
She gets a bad rap for being patriotic. She does. Well, they got to smash. Here's the secret to that, Fed, is that if you, they got to make you stupid and or crazy, as Dave Chappelle said way back. They've got to make you sound stupid or crazy. Because if they can't do that, then they can't, win. So, yeah. Shout out, muscles up for AK. You know what I'm saying? Fuego, she is a little country, little Western. I love it. Shout out there. And he's back. All right, brother. And so, yeah, man, shout out to AK. So what does that mean? He's the committeeman. Basically, so he is. Yes.
He'll be on the committee for the Minnesota GOP. I'm not exactly sure what their boundaries are set like within their state party as far as their committee is concerned, but like he'll be representing his particular district in his county for the state of Minnesota in the GOP. And he may actually, and I have to look, but he may actually go to the RNC convention. I have to check that up right quick. Let me fact check.
I think he's doing something on that level, and then give her my number, Pro. I'll straighten Marjorie Taylor Greene out. My man Rudy says, and you know what? He probably could. I think any woman out of pocket would. But straighten her out for what, man? What does she need to get straightened out on? She's keeping it.
There's some things that definitely need to be straightened. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we have our quorums, and I didn't want to bring it up there, but me and MTG definitely have our quorums when it comes to like African American history or Black history. Like, she made this whole statement of why don't we teach about what did she say?
White history or some shit.
Yeah. But it was European history. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but we already learned about European history. So like, we literally start school with talking about European history and what caused them to leave Europe and come over to America. We already learned that. So why are you mad? Like, because we really, like, let's be real. Do we really learn about like the influential Blacks of America that actually were, I mean, if you really looked at it, they were founding fathers, right? They weren't put in the history books.
The teacher says only 11 months a year.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you take a smash at the Black community saying, hey, you know, we want more of our history, that you don't even have to talk about African history, although it would be nice, but we know you didn't keep the records of the history of the slaves that you snatched up from overseas, because honestly, you didn't even want them to talk their language. You wasn't trying to record that stuff. You just wanted the work out of the stock, as you kept it, to be able to make your money. That's all you wanted. And you didn't want them to talk. You didn't want them to read. You didn't want them to write. You didn't want them to count. And if you found out that they could do any of that stuff, you killed them. So yes, Marjorie, you know what I'm saying? I think that being that all of your history from that time and before is actually kept on record, talked about, taught in school, as the teacher said, 11 months a year, right? I think it's okay for a pivotal part of this community, of this country, right, to be able to talk about their history and to put a thumb in the eye and say, well, we need to have a Eurocentric history month or whatever, to snub at them. I think that's really fucked up. And and being that, you know, as a lot of them are saying, like, we're big tent party, so we're gonna be a big tent party, and we're gonna have these people, let them have the conversation. You ain't got to do it in your house all day every day if you don't want to, but if they want it, don't snub at them for wanting it. Shut the fuck up and move on about your business. So, you know, it's things like that that she does that really has me like, Shawty, you be on some other shit. But, you know, you're fighting for the 2A, for citizens, and I'm a citizen, and I'm exercise my 2A. You're fighting for parental rights for parents. I'm a parent. I'm a citizen. Okay, cool. That's one other vote. Again, as we said earlier, it's about the numbers in the vote. You know what I'm saying? And you need the most numbers. So if you're one of the numbers voting for what I need to take care of me and mine, then okay, cool. We'll worry about the other shit on the other side.
I know he's not your favorite, but Tim Pool made a brilliant point to this, and that is that, and now we know Biden, you know, I don't want to get struck, but we know he probably didn't get the 80 million and all of that stuff. However, the way they get a lot of their numbers, especially in the smaller votes, is that ballot harvesting. And they understand it doesn't matter how good of a candidate we put up, how much of a show we put on, how much we do this or that. If we, at the end of the day, have more pieces of paper with our guy's name on it counted, we win, period. And that's how they've kind of taken over. And we still think you got to win hearts and minds. And it's a numbers game. I notice you kind of keep alluding to this, is that we got to get these people to vote right. If you can, then you have power, more power over lobbyists, everything like that. And I think that that's so important. I think we're making those moves, man. What's Rudy saying? I'll have that woman singing Nasin understanding the street in 3 dates. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that. But then it's like, I think we've been so indoctrinated. People don't understand. There is zero history about Black people before slavery in America. I mean, maybe a couple of folks, but like the rich and robust history that is Black folks in America before slavery. Hotep Jesus gets wonderfully deep into it. How they were in the South Americas, how The pyramids in South America look exactly like the pyramids in Egypt. Now, how does that happen? And tell me about the Hotep, if you will, or at least Northern African influence, if I, you know what I mean. But this is important stuff that we need to exactly. No, and that's
like we were over like in America. Like if people remember in Christopher Columbus's journal, when he got to this hemisphere, his words in his journal was, "I see Ethiopians."
Yes.
Well, where's Ethiopia again? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
It's west of Nebraska,
Okay.
southwest of Nebraska by a few
Southwest
miles.
of Nebraska by a few. Okay, all right, right on the other side of the
You're
Appalachians.
gonna hit Florida and want to keep on going. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bunch of water right there. Yeah. We know it's a bunch of water right there. But keep on going. It's over there. You know what I'm saying? It's over there. So,
but yeah, and Ethiopia was where everything kind of came from, right? So it only makes sense that if and that is, man, one day we'll get into the talk. This is just we're just freestyling now, but one day we'll get into the talk of immigration versus colonization versus illegal immigration versus war migration. Man, because I think the problem is everybody are arguing these things and they're very different, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about colonization, man. I think I need to study I'll be honest. The first thing you think about colonization is, another term we can use to hate white people. And it's like, well, if I study what the basics of colonization is, everybody's done it all over history throughout time. And then that's immigration. Well, what's the difference? Because the textbook basic definition of an immigrant is someone who leaves home, usually with their family, to set up a permanent residence in a different place that is not their homeland, right? So how many immigrants do you get before it's colonized, right? And then is colonization like you have to play by these rules or you're a colonizer, not a migrator? Well, fuck your rules. How about that? I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
It's that, but it's more so in how it's gotten its negative connotation to it is you came in under the auspices of, hey, I'm a colonizer. I'm just coming here and just living my own thing over here, XYZ. And it went from that to, oh yeah, cool. Because think about it now. When they came in on the, hey, we're just a colony, we're just going to set up this shop. All the natives was like, shit, come on in, shit, yeah, bitch, we doing dinner on Sundays and we go out and hunt and the wives cook up the vegetables and we sit down and eat, and they were like a neighborhood that was accepted. But then the dark one came, and then when the dark one came, it was like, oh, they have this, they have this. Let's strong arm them. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this because we have those instances where a lot of the colonies, had strong arm people in them who wiped out the natives, enslaved the natives and things. So that people, all they knew was, they came in under the ostracize of, I'm a colonizer. I'm
right.
a nice
Well,
person.
and not to push back too hard, but for every one of those stories, there's many more stories of new people looking for a home, coming into a settled village, and being literally cooked and eaten,
and becoming a part,
and somehow that's literally being brought in to be slaughtered, and the children slaughtered because they can't. Right now, there are islands that are cut off from the outside world that if you show up, they kill you, literally. You know what I mean? There's that island off the coast of the Philippines right now that two people ever try to go to, and they kill them immediately.
And they murked them. They murked
yeah.
asses.
So so it's like, you know what I mean? Also, it's evolution.
Listen, I am all for that.
Also, what about Pangea? Right? So it's like, okay, so the planet split because of natural occurrences, and that makes me a colonizer? Because I'm going trying to find my other people.
No, that doesn't make you a colonizer. It's when you come in on where somebody is settled, and you go from, Mike, if I come in your house like, hey, I'm coming to be a roommate, you know what I'm saying? And it's understood that I'm a roommate and I'm enjoying and we're making this thing happen together. And then I go from being a roommate to moving my wife, my kids, my brothers, my sisters. And
Okay,
we're
fair,
no
but how
longer
fair?
I don't I take your OU sign down and say, fuck your boomer sooner, go dogs, and hang my dog sign up in the place of your Sooner side, right? Now you're going to feel you're going, hold on, bro. This is my house. And you literally just took my Sooner sign down and hung up your book and told me, fuck my Sooners, go dogs. I expect you to push back. I expect you to push back because that is your home. That is your place. I am here to come in and get along. I would rather sit down, especially if there is a high, and I mean, but this is, this is why I love Game of Thrones. This is why I love the game of life. This is where, this is where the different forms of governments come into play, right? You have, the federal republic, the republic type of government, and then you have the communist type of government, and you have all these different ways of moving, organizing, and doing things, right? To where, like, if you have to remember that there is always a point that someone can come in and try to rearrange your way of doing things, right? You have to be the strongest person in this situation to not lose what it is that you have. All right. So that's where we went from all the many different forms of government that we've had in America, right? And we ended up on this one. And we kind of just got stuck on this one from, man, what did we have? We had the Continental Congress, we had the Articles of Confederation, just different forms, right? And a new one came in and it was bigger and better than that one and the ones before. So it sucks, right? Because again, like you said, it's a part of life. I don't like colonization in that sense because I'm respectful of everybody. If I know I'm coming in to stay with you and this is your place and this is your area, I am going to treat it with the respect and it is that you have as a vision, and whatever, you know what I'm saying, you allow me to do as a vision if it's yours, right? I'm not going to be on the tip of, yeah, you let me in, but fuck it, I want to do things my way. I'm not that type of dude when it comes to coming into your shit, and you're not harming.
So basically, you're telling me the difference between a colonizer and an immigrator is the attitude behind them doing the exact same thing, basically.
Not really doing the same thing, but it's.
And I know Rudy's like Pro2kall for Congress, but why aren't we answering my questions, Rudy? I know we're all cheering for Pro2kall, but yeah, no, I literally said, let me know if you're doing my show, and you're all, dick riding, and you can't even be like, you know what? I'd make a hell of a fucking senator too, Rudy. So anyway, sorry, go ahead.
He's enjoying the show right now. He's probably going to call you later and talk about the show.
I know. You know how I like to go after
Rudy. I understand, but
I want him to talk shit back, so we have some. But regardless,
I know you do. But hey, just like he's saying,
no, and I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying.
That's the big homie. Before Fresh Mike jumped in the chat, there was Pro and Rudy, and I'm the Geechee brother, and we've been linked. So I'm gonna take up for both. Just like I told your ass from the.
I know none of y'all have my back. I know all of y'all are fucking using me. Don't think for a second I think any of y'all have my back.
That is
false. But I ain't mad at you.
That is a Michael Cohen lie. Okay, because I done told you straight up that I'm rocking with two people off the muscle in the nation.
See how he really hates me. He wants me to be the governor. Damn, what's a tough gig.
Say, hey man, listen, you
want to see red whites doing it wrong? Oklahoma, I think our state motto, side note, should be red whites doing it wrong. Okay, it's like they take every privilege you get from coming from a very hard red state with very powerful Republican interests and all the shit you could do right and then do it all wrong. I mean, Patch McCain could be running this motherfucker, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? No, you're right. But here's my thing is I see people. That's false. Which part? I just said I just spewed a bunch of bullshit, and most of it was false.
A bunch of bullshit, which was false.
I was just saying shit to get heat going because you know me. But plus it's my show, so I don't have to like pay real dividends. I can be like, I was literally fucking around. Anyway, so my question to you is this, right? Would you say that the current wave of immigration coming from the southern border, mainly, we know it's coming from all over, but mainly, would you say that that is an attempt at colonization?
You're fucking right.
Okay.
You
Okay.
fucking right. Because
It's so funny how we got
in,
this was not even planned on the show, but this is so interesting, and I really want your opinion because I don't want to call somebody a colonizer until I feel comfortable knowing what that term really means.
I'm about to show you exactly what that. Hold on, wait a minute.
You know I got your back, and I know you got my back. I know. We got all the love,
pimping.
brother. Always.
Let me see.
Oh, hold on, we'll remove that. I know. I was just talking that shit, dog. Rudy, you know that, man. That's the problem with me. Don't take me seriously.
Colonizers. Here we go.
Boom. Let me make that.
They came in illegally. Let me go into the title. Denver migrants sent Mayor Mike Johnston a list of 13 demands as they refused to clear encampment and move into shelter. All right. Yes, Jack. Colonization, think of ants. Them bastards don't care where they come and intrude at. They will make a whole anthill right at your front damn door. They will make a anthill right in the middle of your baby's play toy in the backyard. They don't give a damn. They just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't care how you feel about it.
It makes it that's an interesting thing too, because what do ants also do? They compromise the structural integrity of the building that they're building under, or the whatever they're building, even the ground. You know what I mean? You walk, and if there's ants ate up, you could sink right into the ground because there's no ground. It's all an ant farm under there, right? So they compromise the base and structural integrity of the situation,
and it messes up and it messes up what we have, right? But for them, it works out perfectly. Their little tunnel system and stuff, for them, it works great. Meanwhile, we're replacing the damn driveway.
Yeah. We're having to move ultimately, pouring a new foundation.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man. Yeah. So, okay. So I understand that. So then I think I revert back to, have we decided that something that is just a simple part of nature and evolution, have we decided now it's bad? Right. So for instance, right. War. You know what I mean? So I can use, yes, you can. Go, Rudy. Go, Rudy. Rudy's on fire tonight. Can we get a pew, 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 pew for Rudy, dog? Yeah.
Rudy's about to make me light my blunt back up.
He wrote word. And so while you're doing that, so my thought there is, okay, so we're under a colonization thing, and I'm wondering, is this just and I don't mean like a spiritual evolution, like no God. I mean in the same way that everything evolves, in the same way that there were no telephones, and there were telephones and cell phones, and this is just human nature, is to evolve. Is it becoming one of those that war, what is it good for? Absolutely. Excuse me, nothing. So that's the thing. Either you war or you be colonized, right? Yes. Throughout history, you have two choices. That is, kill the motherfuckers coming for you, or they take you over.
Yes.
We either all start feeding those ants and become part of those ants' machines, or we kill those ants. Those are really the only options there in an ant scenario. I don't want to,
Yes, no, but you're absolutely correct. That is it. And that's the thing about peace, right? Peace, but war is always on the table. And you're only going to win if you have the ability to express domination. You have to have that bigger stick. And when they know you have that bigger stick, and you're not afraid to use that bigger stick, they will leave you alone. And that was the thing that scared them with Trump. Trump had a big stick, and they was like, yo, that motherfucker, swing that motherfucker at any point in time. And I'm going to say, as I talk about big sticks and swinging, I have to say,
pause, Granddad.
The fact that they knew he would, drop those bombs or say whatever or fire. So it made everybody say, hell nah, I ain't fucking with him. Let him have that. Let him have that.
Yeah.
You have to be at that point to where people are like, I'm gonna let him have that. And as we also saw, hey, I want to be his friend. Hell yeah. Oh, you want to come to North Korea? Are you gonna be in South Korea? Oh, you want to walk into North Korea with me? Oh no! No! You don't want to walk into North Korea with me. You want to walk into North Korea by yourself to me, shake my hand, and then walk me back? Oh shit! Okay, nobody did that. That motherfucker crazy. Yeah,
Yep.
and you know he got that. You know he got that warship carrier not too far up the coast too. Well, that nigga got what? Oh hell yeah! I'm going to shake his hand.
And even further, it's like, you know, he's not in that club. You know, that little club where we're in that says we can kill all each other's people, but at the end of the day, we're going to leave each other alone. You know, he's not in that club. You know, I think half the meetings he had when everything seemed to go well after, unlike Biden or anybody else before, he just was like, yeah, show him the coordinates. And it's just a picture of the president in the room, whoever Xi or whatever, with like crosshairs, boop, right on him. It's like, see that right there? Yeah, that's coming from a warship like 5,000 miles away. Did you want to negotiate, or did you want me to hit that, red button?
I'm gonna do that.
It's like,
Right.
let's talk. Let's talk.
Bring me that folder right there. Bring me that folder. Yeah. The folder. And you open it up. It's like, yeah, because see, we already know that you're planning this aggression and you're planning this and you're doing this, and this is already taking place. So when we do hit you, we have all the stuff to say that, hey, listen, it was them or me. They're already moving. They're already moving on me. So what you want to do?
And that was the thing, that Trump wouldn't fight wars the way they wanted him to. He wouldn't go to war the way they wanted him to. And that's why we saw, and we are still seeing, the most powerful unleash of, from press to, the court system to, the political system, to everything on down, launched against him. And watching him still win, which is pretty badass there. But it was because he wouldn't play the war games they wanted him to play. And I legitimately think, if you break it down, one thing I was thinking about, I have no proof for this, but one thing I was thinking about is, that is the whole deal, is that we go to war, they go to war, but the big people up top don't change, unless it's somebody like a Saddam, who, a sacrificial lamb, for that matter. But other than that, the big players stay in power for years and years and years, right? So you break all that down and you think to yourself, well, this is a plan and they're all in it together. And Trump is the one dude who's like, we're not in it together. We are not doing that. So we will keep your people alive and take you out of power and bomb you. And that's why it's a bigger deal. You are freaking out about something. What's going on? Talk to me, man. Can I show it? I don't know what we're looking at, but can I show it? Because you are tripping. I can see you like, what? All right, let's look at this. We're going to add this to the stage. Full screen layout.
I'm gonna just let that simmer for a second.
Wow.
I'm just let that simmer on the screen for a second, guys. And we're going to talk about what this implicates. RFK Jr. lists his voting address. So that means his voting address is the address in which he registered to qualify to run for president of the United States.
And it's in foreclosure. Wow.
And the neighbors have never seen him. But there's more, because this is what made me freak out even more. Presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. lists his residence to vote as a Tony Westchester County address, which is in foreclosure proceedings for non-payment, court records show. The independent candidate claims his voting address is the address on the screen, though he is not the owner of the $1 million property in arrears, does not show up in resident searches for it, and some longtime neighbors and even local authorities were shocked at the notion that it's his home. So if that's your voting address, because again, You run for office where your residence is, and your residence is where you're registered to vote. Which means that on his qualifying paperwork to run for office, see, there we go. RFK Jr. also has the same address listed as his domicile or residence on his presidential nomination petitions filed in New Hampshire in recent months, according to the records which were obtained by the Post.
Wow. I don't. So, what? Okay, so this will be fun. What's the explanation? What's the excuse gonna be? Clerical
What's the
error?
excuse going to be? No, it can't be clear. So now it's, sir, where have you been voting? Have you been voting?
Have you been voting at all?
Have you been voting at all?
Wow. Well, we have to see his voting record now. Huh. Do you think he's plant? Do you think he's a plant?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
See, I think I just don't want to, because I want to believe in that old school American thing, right? Of there are still, I mean, the Kennedys, you know what I'm saying? They were the last good ones, supposedly. So, but there are new good ones coming. Speaking of that, this is something I wanted to get into a little bit with you. Not only AK Kamara, but if you look at your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, you will see. You will see.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I had to give him that, because that's the man's right there.
Right. Thank you, Minnesota. Gee, this is from Royce White at Highway 30 on Highway_30 on your X. Thank you, Minnesota GOP and delegates, for endorsing me as the candidate in the 2024 Minnesota United States Senate race. I'm at a loss for words. That takes a lot. The people are coming. Boom. Not a word on my campaign till I defied the odds. And he did. And surprise, Minnesota Republicans back Royce White to run against Amy Klobuchar. Wow, that's huge. That's big. That's large.
I wonder. I got to look. Let me find out who else. So, was it only two people who in the race? Let me see.
I don't know. I just know he won.
Yeah, he got the endorsement. Which, well, it depends on how they're set up. So, in Georgia, we will not. If there's a contested primary, the party will not endorse anybody. They'll let them go through the motions, and then whoever wins the primary election, they will get behind. So I want to see Republican challenger Joe Frazier. Okay, all right. So now, that's interesting. Share my screen right quick.
We got the New York Post up still.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go.
No worries. There we are. Okay.
So he's going against Amy Klobuchar, correct?
Yep.
All right. You type in Amy Klobuchar race. The first two is who?
Weird.
Joe Frazier.
Yep.
So Joe Frazier, who lives in Minnesota with his wife Rhonda and 17-year-old daughter, said the satisfaction and status quo prompted him to challenge Amy Klobuchar.
When was this done? When was this
5/14.
Okay. Yeah.
5/14. Oh, Frazier, IT, Klobuchar, seat in U.S. Senate, Minnesota Senate race. I'm jumping through it, guys, because I'm looking to see where they may mention any other.
Including Royce White, including but not limited to.
Yeah.
Endorsed candidate Royce White.
Yeah. Huh. Klobuchar won't be on the campaign trail full time. She is not ignoring the race. Oh. No. All right, let me see. All right. Let's see if I can. No, I don't want 22. Got 24. Declared. Amy Klobuchar. That's all y'all got on here? No. All right. Let me see. What is the name? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm about to this pro is in the mix, man. We can talk about something else while
In the zone. All right, cool.
in the zone of searching, because I need to find out like why did they back Royce? So now that I know that there's Joe Frazier, which means there are 3 Republicans in the race, at least Royce, Joe Frazier, and Amy Klobuchar. But how many other people? Because there is so much disdain with Amy Klobuchar, it would probably be even more. But for the Republicans to step up and get behind Royce and endorse Royce, and the primary probably didn't take place yet. No, it couldn't have, because she would have lost. She's run. So here's what's happening. All right, she's running. So now that she's running, oh shit, Fox News, you bastards.
You bastards. I can't wait, man, because we coming up on the 2 hours. I know you just got back. You need to recoup.
I ain't even worried about recouping, bro. We on it. I've been ready.
Well, we're gonna hit it because I want to wrap this, and we got one more thing to really cover.
Okay, let's go.
And that's my man Diddy and his apology and what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The big brain stuff. Pew 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 pew. All right, so and I'll just share. Yeah. Boom. This is A Showbiz. Diddy takes a leisurely stroll, enjoys a cigar in his first outing amid outcry over apology for Cassie assault. There he is walking.
Didn't he make a video?
Yeah, he made a video apology. Despite apologizing for his inexcusable abuse against his then girlfriend, Diddy finds himself submerged in criticism, but he looks unbothered by the heavy scrutiny. If those of you can see the screen, if you're watching that, first of all, credit where credit is due. That is a fresh leather shirt right there. That thing probably cost more than my car. And then, that chain, look at that. Woo, that chain. I wonder if that's I'll see if I can zoom in. I wonder if that's some Illuminati hype right there. Huh. That looks interesting. That doesn't look like just hip hop chain. Huh. Let's see. What is that? What is that? Look at that chain, dude. That is weird looking.
It almost looks like the U.S. seal.
See, there's a face and there's look like a body. It looks like a ram or something, or like a Middle Eastern or Indian.
I am not putting my eyes into that deep. I'm gonna keep looking for this other stuff. I'm waiting for you to find the video. I didn't hear him apologize.
I did. Yeah, it's on. I watched it on Twitter. It was about a minute long, 20 seconds long, and it was gross. You know what I mean? Oh, he was dressed in all white, smoking a leisurely cigar. Let's see that. Did he not laying low out and about in Miami? He's in Miami right now, balling hard. Look at that. Got a picture of his family. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Did he appear to be signaling something with his look, although he stayed mum when he ran into photographers? Wearing a medallion, it featured a childhood photo of himself and his father. Wow. He offered up one word response, love, which he supported by making the shape of the letter L with his hand. Hard to share what he's trying to communicate. Wow. He's trying to communicate. He's about to go to prison. Look at that. What is that? Is that it looks like his chef? Oh, no, just a Rasta. Sorry. Is that like his personal assistant and his chef? I'm like, no, that's a Rasta hanging out with him. And another dude. So anyway.
Goddamn, Mike.
It doesn't. I know Rastas. I just also know he travels with a personal chef too. So I didn't know what was going on. Also, nobody's listed in that photo, just him. So yeah. Anyway, I wonder who the other two guys are. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Turns on Diddy, and I got what Diddy did or did is more of a distraction. It isn't worthy of my attention. I just recently learned what it's all about. Basically, what it is, in my opinion, is proof that not only is the Epstein shit real, but that Epstein ain't the only one doing it.
Yeah, see
That,
that's where I was going with that. It was like, if we paid attention to and shined a light on Epstein, right? I'll go deeper. Okay, pop quiz, everybody. Who was the person that actually, who is still alive and was in the film industry, that got caught with doing the same thing as far as a sex cult and sex trafficking is concerned? Does anybody know? Because there's someone who has been convicted for doing this exact thing in recent times. Does anybody know? Do you know? Does Rudy know?
I'm pretty sure
Does
I know.
Jack know? Okay. Oh, damn. I didn't know. I didn't know this happened. This is cool. I missed this 2 years ago. Why the fuck didn't they talk about this?
I was gonna say Charlie Manson.
Oh, yeah, so wrong. Put him up on the screen. Keith Rainier
Yeah.
and his Nexum's sex cult. Well, Keith Rainier was beaten in prison by a fellow sex offender. Interesting. Yep. So Keith Rainier ran Nexium, which was a sex cult, and it had people like did anybody watch Smallville? Smallville was actually one of my favorite Superman series. Somebody save me. So this woman right here. Miss Allison Mack. You guys remember Allison Mack?
Oh yeah, we know Allison Mack.
Yeah, well, Allison Mack, my friends, was a member of Nexium.
True.
Look what it says: multi-level marketing company widely described as a cult. You see what Wikipedia did there? You see what Wikipedia did there in Allison Mack?
That's nice. But I mean, hey, look, man, what are they selling? Is it, I mean, I sold Herbalife for a while. I know, I understand. That shit'll get you caught up, bro. Just so you know, you got to be careful. So
Jack says he thought I was talking about Weinstein. No, I was
which is true, Weinstein too, though. But he's got a good point.
Yeah,
Bing, bang, boom.
Weinstein got caught up in the Me Too rape, touchy feely situation. He didn't get caught up in I'm moving women to I'm not forgetting about Harvey. I'm just talking about the proprietary movement of getting women and forcing them to move and travel to engage in sex acts, right? You're literally you're pimping them in a sense, right? You're pimping them, you're moving them for that. That's what Keith got caught up in. That's what Epstein got caught up in, and that's what R. Kelly got caught up in, and that's what Diddy is getting ready to get caught up in. Diddy just, was at the hotel. See, so Diddy's problem is he was already on the hook for her coming out and saying, "Hey, this nigga blowing up people's cars, nigga doing this, doing that." Anybody on Mike? I know you seen Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm a big Russell Brand guy. So,
dude, arguably one of my favorite Russell Brand movies ever. Get Him to the Greek.
But I love it because it's an inside industry. I mean, they make very few movies about the things that I do, and then you can watch it, and you're so adjacent to all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, yes, this is really what it's fucking like to do that job. So,
yep.
Yeah,
that's why it was one of my favorite movies. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Russell, like he did something with that. But Diddy was a very major factor in that movie, right?
Yeah. And he was a lot all through it. Yeah.
Yeah. He was a lot of the shit that did partake in that movie It was the mind fuck. And who was the proprietor of the mind fuck? How do me and you, Mike, know about what the mind fuck is as far as that movie is concerned?
Yeah. Yeah. No, because he looked at Duty. He looked at Jonah Hill and was like, doing it. You're doing it right now, aren't you? He's like, yeah, feel good, don't it? Yeah, I forgot all about. My gosh. Oh man, let me see if I can pull up some. There's got to be that clip. Has got to exist.
It's got to
be.
You know
what I'm saying?
It has to. Now that's a mind fuck. But it knowing what I know now, and I got into that movie way before I knew about Epstein Island, Nexium, any of that. So now I'm looking back and it's like, yo, this nigga Diddy literally just laid out a shit that they be doing to move people forward.
Yep.
And now you found it. Now seeing like what they were doing to these women, like they're all getting ready to get caught up in trafficking these, and there's going to be a lot more stars that everybody loves that are going to be exposed. And it's one, man, listen, I love 45 for that, because 45 went in on that heavily. He started this ball. Was it being handled before he went in office? Every now and then a bone was being thrown, but he went in and was like, nah, shake the tree and kick over the barrels, get them all. And that scared him. So I
shake it loose
him for that.
Well, yeah, because that is also one of their big sources of power, clearly, right? I mean, that when you take away somebody's raw, most important source of power, and then we can get into adrenochrome and all of that, in addition to just, if I can put you in these compromising positions, I own you. So, but past that real fast, I got it.
That's why you have to watch your tushy, while at the same time you make them feel like a star. It's called mind fucking. You ever been mind fucked before?
I don't think so.
I'm mind fucking you right now.
Fair use.
You are?
Can you feel my dick fucking your mind?
I can't really feel anything.
See, that's it. That's the art of it. I'm mind fucking the shit out of you.
Pause, Granddad.
Hope you're wearing a condom, because I have a dirty mind.
Pause, Granddad.
That was a joke.
It's no time to joke. Mind fucking is not no joke. You have to mind fuck Al Snow. He's a drug addict, Aaron.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? He says Puffy was smoking too much of the Jeffrey. Wow. What's crazy is, man, like we keep going back to, they tell you. It's all right there. Everybody wants to dig deep for some conspiracy. Everybody's convinced that the dude behind the bush in your neighborhood is the big fed. No, they're telling you who's doing what. Just like I say all the time, I love good conspiracies, but at the end of the day, it's the IMF, the WEF. They tell you what the hell's going to happen, and then it happens. They're the most powerful, richest people on the planet, and everybody's looking for some secret hand sign. No. When Klaus Schwab, when the head of Pfizer comes out and goes, we got to reduce the population by half, and the best way to do that is a virus and then a vaccine that kills the people who aren't strong enough to handle the vaccine and the virus. Boom, you take out the weak ones. And then COVID 2 years later. Diddy says, I am mind fucking you. My dick is in your mind. Then people come out and go, he is a rapist. Then he beats the shit out of a woman on video from 8 years ago. And people are like, did he do something? Oh my God. Yeah, the Jeffrey reference.
Yeah, next thing everybody's going to be trying to say is that was AI.
The video of him beating the woman? No, because he apologized for it. So he's not denying it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you
there was that people, had he not ran out and apologized, there would have been people. That's AI. That's a deep fake video. You know why? Because there were people. Well, why is this video from 8 years ago and it's just coming out now? Like, really?
Because whoever was paid to suppress it just got paid more money to leak it. That's why. I don't understand. It's like a hooker's a hooker, dog. She's gonna pay money to, no matter how much you love her, no matter how much of a nice house you put her in. You know what I mean? No matter what clothes you put her in, no matter how many churches you put her in. If she wants to suck money for dick, or excuse me,
It's about time for you to go to sleep, boy.
if she wants to suck dick for money, she gonna. I'm just saying I want to see that movie. But if she wants to, you know what I mean? She's sucking money for that's somebody teach this girl. Anyway, so that's how they got most of these motherfuckers out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? They're sucking on a $5 bill, hoping to get some dick. Welcome to the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying?
Got him.
Pause. No pity on that. But yeah, no. It blows my mind, that shit. You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind how most everything, you know, our man Jonah, the researcher, the crazy researcher guy, you know what I'm saying? He's out there. He's like, my favorite website is usgov.org. All the information you need is pretty much right in front of you and published.
It's all in front of you. It's all right
They
there.
have to tell you. We just don't bother with it, you know? So, yeah, the COVID thing, man, I pretty much gotten past it. But now, I don't know if you saw, but they just came out and admitted that, I mean, like on Friday, they just admitted that we funded the labs. Something that you would get banned for saying, you could get attacked for saying, you would be called racist for saying, is now it's like, yes, Japanese people at a Chinese food market are eating penguin, bat, rabbit, beaver, fuck things. They're going to eat that, which every Chinese person I've ever just like, we don't eat. What are you talking about? That's not racist to say, but to say that the U.S. funded an evil virus called the Wuhan virus, and then the Wuhan disease came out, whatever. Again, you're stupid, and it's racist for you to think I'm that stupid. How about that? You know what I mean? I can draw a closer line to that than you can. So anyway, man, help us, man. So you did Friday, you did Saturday, you had some amazing speakers there. What's the pulse right now? What do you feel like the Republican Party is focused on? What do you think they're hitting on that's going to work, and what do you think they're missing right now?
Geez. I think the biggest thing that I see that they're working on is they are working on cohesiveness, and again, at least coming together on the basic policies that will keep us, you know, in line for a strong republic. All right. The strong 2A, the parental rights, protecting the girls and the women's and the sports and the bathrooms and the things of that nature. The school choice with the money and the education, getting that, you know, together, creating more business, trying to get housing prices down. Like, there are policies within those areas that they're focusing on, and I think we can all come together on and make some things happen. But they're also big on, okay, listen, you guys are a Latino. Some speak Spanish, some speak Portuguese, some, you know, y'all are speaking it, but you guys know what you're moving for, and y'all are under your 10. And okay, cool. Y'all do y'all thing. We'll help y'all. Black community, y'all are doing y'all thing. Y'all feel as though it's comfortable for y'all to do that. Okay, cool. Let us know how we can help. What we can do, what we need to do to help you move forward. I think that's the big thing that I see from all the different, you know, the different areas. You got the farmers, like people forget, like it's broke down in different areas. You got farmers that deal with farmer problems, and they may be white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever, but there are farmer problems that they all have to deal with, and they get together and they talk about that and move forward. And same thing with moms, and it's just, you know, it's different. So all the different segments and organizations with different people from around the state coming together under that same, you know, situation to connect, it helps build for the policies and things that we need to take care of. So I think that is real strong, and it can only get stronger from here. I think that we need to see more representation from those other places. And I guess this is where I will get into, do me a favor and pull up that lovely picture and pick your favorite comment that you saw out of the thread.
Let me get in there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whichever one. It could be the picture you talked about. It could be whichever one that just show me some of the ignorance, because people get on here, they don't understand that representation in these rooms is key. You feel me? I'm gonna be real because I seen so many disrespectful people on Twitter in these comments because I was in a picture with MTG. And it's crazy because, and I've said this time and time and time again, people will get in these comments and say, oh my gosh, I saw one that said, she called you a ninja. But you know what they said? 5 times while you were standing there. Right? Well, interesting. The only person who called me that has been you.
Yeah, let's see here. Black men were never loyal to black women is one of the comments you got. We shared it, or can people see it? Yeah. Let's see here. We got that. We got you got Rudy. Bet it tastes like shit. She fried eggs with canola oil. Rudy, calm down. Let's see here.
There you go, right there. Go up, go up, go up. Right there.
Looks like it's killing her to be touched by an N-word. Ugh. Like, yeah, who's calling you that? Let's see here. You be getting called a big dummy.
No, I was called a Negro, right?
Yeah. You think these Nazis are, I'm going to let you say, you know how it is, man. Yeah. You think these Nazis are going to accept you into their clan? These racists will never accept your black asses. They're equal, you big dummy. That's some bullshit there. So, and the bot enters the room, which is correct. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's see here. It saddens me to see black people requiring praise from these races. It saddens me to see black people requiring praise from thugs. You know what I mean? White and black. So calm down. And brown, for that matter. Let's see. That was the one I was talking to you about. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw
so it. It's funny. I thought it was like Kuna Wars out online. I thought it was like what we do with the Hoteps. You know what I mean? With HJ and Hunk.
Oh yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean? Like he's
they're
just giving
being
you a little
very,
comedy fun.
No, he's not. I think he was he's definitely on some other stuff. So yeah, man, I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, see, look at that one right there. Ill. I'm still trying to figure out this black conservative thing. I feel like y'all do this to troll for attention. There is no way y'all feel comfortable backing these white supremacists. So it's stupid ass conversations and comments coming from people, and that's the real. Like I go and look and check out who is who and who's saying what. Now, all these people, like the people that are real pages, is all disrespectful as black people.
He got 44 followers.
Yeah, he's somebody who has a Twitter that isn't actually active on Twitter. So they just go and see what's happening, what's going on. They'll retweet it. Somebody like I know a lot of people like that who aren't really active. They just go on there and they just troll and fuck with people. They're actual people, but there are people who look at it and read it and they help push the stereotype, if you would, or the uncomfortability of people going in and being at these meetings and in these parties. Now look at all those people. Oh, they don't want to accept your black ass. They don't want you in their meeting. They don't this. They don't that. But bitch, I'm there. You're saying they don't want me there, but I'm there, right?
Yeah, but you're there. Not only that, but and I understand I'm extrapolating out of state. However, my 70-plus-year-old mother, she's over 70 years old. My wife, who I will not, let's just say over 35 and well under 45, my love. Anyway, both white ladies, both conservative. My wife, former, Biden voter, wasn't real deep into politics, just just postal worker and just we vote Democrat because that's what we do kind of thing until she met me and MD 2024 saved the day. But these white ladies, another white lady is a friend of my mom's, grandma age white ladies, love you, would happily vote for you, have asked me in their own lovely white way and, not politically correct, why don't we have more black folks like him talking to us? Meaning older white Republicans.
Across the board from all of them. You feel me? So while their dumbasses are here, oh, y'all are doing this to troll, or they don't like you, or they don't, bitch, are you there? Like, are you here to hear the conversations that they're actually fucking having? You're not. You're sitting online, you're spewing this stupid shit to other stupid people who are going to read it, and because they're scared of your fucking ridicule, they will turn away and not even have to hear what's going on because they don't want to deal with it. I know, because the whole time that I have fucked with Trump, I've had people who didn't fuck with Trump or just was on the outside and wouldn't really say whether they was or wasn't, who would come up and be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You be speaking that real, and I agree with you, but I'm not gonna say nothing up front because I can't take the backlash that you take. I don't care, bitch. Bring it. That's why you will see me in the comment section. Like, you got people, you know, and I respect HJ when he's like, oh, I don't argue with trolls in the comments. That's not Hotep. Okay, that's cool. That's not your brand of Hotep, and that's okay. But I'm a Geechee warrior. Okay. So when I see somebody coming for me on my shit, bitch, you best believe you're about to get bitch slapped. You're going to get bitch slapped. And everybody who's watching is like, damn, this nigga is for real. He be with the governor. He's been with the president. He be with the mayor. And this nigga is still cursing me out in the fucking comments. Like, holy shit, this guy is for real. And then I'm going to talk about it on all of my shows of how I dogged your punk ass out in the comments. So then I'm going to make you extra famous. Because now you're immortalized in the not only in the tweets, but now you actually got a segment in the show where I can talk about your stupidness and you're not there. You feel me? So now I can show everybody, hey, this person is in the comments saying, oh, those people won't accept you, but then he's literally in the pictures in the video being accepted. Oh, they don't like you. They didn't want to hug you. And if they don't want to touch you, guess what they do not do? They don't touch you.
Exactly.
Who don't shake hands. There's literally people who don't shake hands.
I got a lot of friends like that. I'm a fist bumper at first just because I don't know how people are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am a natural hugger. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I will not. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta say this. I have to say this because I see it a lot and being at these conventions. You either got to keep you some hand sanitizer or you better be a fist bump. I realize why there are a lot of white people that fist bump, because they all go in the bathroom together, just like we all go in the bathroom together. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I see more white men that go to the fucking urinal or go to the stall, use the bathroom, flush the toilet, and walk straight the fuck out the door. Don't go near no soap. Don't go near no water. They just piss and then they leave. And it's like, bro, that is disgusting.
My dick is clean. But what? My dick is the cleanest piece of me.
Listen. This isn't the part. This isn't the conversation about you and you touching your fucking dick.
First of all, I don't feel like I'm gonna win. I feel like this is a losing battle on my side.
This is a losing battle. But this is, guess what, again? But here's where you lose, because I don't care about how clean your dick is. This isn't about your clean dick. This is about the piss that is popping off of the urinal and that is hitting your hand as you are pissing. This is about the germs that is popping off of the urinal that is now in your piss, that is popping on your hands from you using the urinal. This is from the germs that was put on the handle of the actual person with the dirty dick that you touch to flush the fucking urinal. Okay,
I hear you. But look. But those germs give you immunities. Natural.
No, I don't want I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to enjoy the convention. I don't want your nasty germs getting on my food when I'm eating my food, and then now for the rest of the night I'm looking like I did at the goddamn Grifties, you know what I'm saying, after I had consumed something that wasn't proper for me to consume. Yeah. Okay.
Think about anybody coming like after you. And
I don't want to look like that. So
Okay, so you got the chat going crazy, man. Let's catch up. So
Fuego, exactly, bro. That's
Amy
why I
said that.
go.
Hold on. She said the toilet, the handle, the door, all nasty.
Yes.
Shout out to my
yes.
man Iron Bull in the building. We had a great conversation, Pro. We got to
What's up,
talk
cuz?
about that. We just haven't had a chance. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
so much. Juneteenth is going to be off the chain. Iron Bull in the building. We love you, brother. We're excited to watch you wrestle. We're excited to be a part of it. Amy says, I teach my little boys this. Grown men should already know. And then when I was like, well, maybe because you get germs, he's like, oh, germs. And Amy says, I'm moving out. You know what I'm saying? If Fuego say I'm a foot flusher, I'm
Hey,
like,
man.
just I don't fuck with it at all. You know what I mean? I just piss and move along. You know, try to touch as little things as possible. You know,
Yeah.
plus like,
But then
I
you
feel
come
like
out in the convention and that's what I'm saying. They come out in the convention. What I was getting to is that they come in the convention and then they want to shake your hand. And you're not shaking my hand. I know why they fist bump now because they know. Because again, bro, in the bathroom at the goddamn convention, I went to 4 different bathrooms,
well, okay.
4 different times, and 4 different times that people not
Are you
go
really
to
going to tell me white man came up with the fist bump? That's a white man invention? No.
listen. I
It's
don't
way
listen,
too cool
bro.
to be a white man invention.
It is way too. I think. Guess what though? I think it may have been colonized.
Listen here, buddy. Oh, speaking of that, that's another little fun thing that went by, and I was wishing we had a show last week because we could talk about it. Paper towel for the door handle. Yeah, actually, I had an elbow of no towels. I had a homeboy. He taught me that back in the day. He was like, dog, look, you can't. He's like, you wash your hands. You can't touch nothing else. You got to grab a paper towel, open the thing.
Yep.
And nowadays, to me, wash hands or not, the grossest thing is a no paper towel bathroom. That's the most nasty. Like you're telling, you just want me to piss all over your bathroom. What are you doing? So
what the fuck are you doing? But you know what? I noticed that because of the journey. I mean, this happened after COVID. A lot of the bathrooms now, at least in the ones that I've seen, they have the little they have the foot puller.
Yeah,
you can use your foot to open the door and then catch it with your elbow and swing around. And then some of them have the ones for your elbow that you use. But I'm like, I don't want it. Something they're still going to use their hand. If it's there to grab, they're going to use their hand.
Since we're talking about it, I would tell you my grossest thing is sitting down on a public toilet, like road dogging it the way I have, where I've gone, you know, and been like, oh, okay, well, in 10 hours I have to be across 2 states. You know, you have to. You do not have a choice sometimes. And I am a hoverer for as long as I can hover. Man, I'll put like 2 layers of toilet paper down and hover. The worst is when you think you've cleaned it off well, and then you got to scrub when you come out. But you hover and then you see little drops being, you know what I mean? You're like, ah, it's the worst.
Ew.
So I understand that. So, you know, we all got our things there. But man, Iron Bull says I take sanitizer in the bathroom when I have to use it, even at work. That's fair.
Straight
man.
up.
I get it. That's, you know, that's fair, man. But you know, I'm not gonna get a cold when y'all will. So. But anyway, yes, white people colonize the fist bump. I'll give you that one. Coolest thing I think white people came up with besides the electric guitar is the repeating revolver gun. So that's about all we got. So not really good much anything else. So.
Not even the patent office?
That was not a good idea, in my opinion, like the way it is set up now, but nothing is, you know what I'm saying? That was a good idea. That was, man, I would be surprised. Man, are you going to tell me no tiny hats were involved in that? Are you sure?
Oh, absolutely.
That was too good of a
One day we have to do we'll do a special screening. There was a video that was done. It's about money. I think I may have sent it to you at one point in time. I don't know. I'll have to look and see if I did. But it was like, this was between November and to be December. This was like November, December of 2008, because Obama was being referred to as president-elect. So he had been elected, but he hadn't made it to the office yet, to inauguration. And it was like the best breakdown about money, where it came from. It talked about the tiny hats. It talked about ghettos. It talked about how loans even became a part of the system. Like, it's crazy. We have to watch that together. And it was so beautiful because this was before there became a quote unquote woke left. You know what I'm saying? Like, before it was a known thing. Like, you know, it was beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It was no real propaganda to it. It was just like straightforward. It got to be like one of the last straightforward pieces of documentary work that was done by like mainstream.
Speaking of that, one of the touring producers for the Hamilton production is a good friend. He's actually going to be in town for my wife's birthday next weekend, and he's extremely liberal, and we've hung out. He's a nice guy, but I want to dig into this a little bit more because he knows Hamilton word for word, and there's an entire number there where it says who was in the room, why was no one else let in the room when Hamilton did his deal to basically, sell America to the central banking system, and why was that deal made? And there's a whole interesting question about that in the play, and he knows so much about that. So I'm going to try to poke and prod him on the chill level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. After a while, you get branded. Everybody knows who I am now. You know what I mean? So they're like, oh yeah, he rolls with that crazy black dude with dreads that like rolls with Trump, but I'll also shoot you and Hoteps. I'm like, yeah, that's who I roll with now. Oh, and Rudy, shout out to Rudy. Rolling with Rudy, man. You better be a real one in 10 toes. You know what I mean?
Bro, you better. That's the one.
Ain't messing with you otherwise.
See, and I love it because, like, here's the thing. I come off so abrasive and crazy. Like they're worried about me, and while they're looking at me, and although I shout out at Rudy, they're not looking for Rudy because they're too busy focused on me. And here comes Rudy.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? Ready to handle.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. You got to watch out. And then you got your Iron Bulls, you got your Fuegos, you got all of us. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're right at the 2-minute 30. It feels nice to pause it here. We got more. We might hit a week thing this week if my man isn't too busy just to catch up. There's so much to catch up on. But I wanted to get the meat of the convention, what that means, the processes of that out of the way. Wanted to make sure AK got his love. Royce White, shout out. Hope to have you on the show soon. And AK we should bring on soon, I think, too. Because we really want to break this stuff down. I love the politics for dummies role I get to play. Going, hey, guys, you know what I mean? You guys are up in it. And I'm one of those guys that will vote for you and wants to follow you. What does this even mean to us? Because we're getting told so much bullshit from the mainstream. So I love what we're doing here, man, for sure. So absolutely. Yeah, let's see here, man. I don't know if Rudy's officially going to be on Tuesday night, but Tuesday night I got my show, the PT Pod. If you're watching me now, same channels, come hang out, have a good time, and tell your friends if they're late or you got here late. We're about to replay this on X and Instagram. So we replay this every night directly after the main show. So
that's what's up. If you want to catch it live, man, you can follow my partner over at PT Pod on Rumble, as stated. And then you're running this on Facebook right now, possibly too. Which page? Page? The PT Pod page?
No, just on my personal page.
Just on your personal page. Okay, okay. So yeah, you can catch him on Rumble, PT Pod, and then you can catch him on his main Facebook if you're just so blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah, okay.
And then you can catch him on X at CHall Comedy, and then myself, I run it live on X right now at Seaport Pro, and I also run it over on Rumble at Pro2kall, which is spelled right there so lovely for you on the screen. So those are ways that men catch it. Yep, there he is in the chat.
I'm doing your, give me 1 second. We are live up there now. Hold on, I'm pulling up your full channel so we can do that, because we should do this more often. You know what I mean? So stop it. Boom. And there's my man Pro2kall Friday Night Flights. You got to check it out. You got to follow my man, because it really is like having your own personal political commentator, because he deals with both parties. He's deeply involved, in the process. And one thing I wanted to say to follow up, man, when you were talking about the convention and that stuff is, yeah, you'll call people out. Yeah, you'll make them, look crazy on your shows and that kind of thing, and you ain't scared. But in addition to that, unlike a lot of these people that like to get behind their mic and talk that big shit, you're out in your community. You'll be out there. You'll be like, come see me. And maybe you'll change and vote for me. You're like, yeah, I clowned you on that. That's because I wanted you to learn, because we need more people like you on the team. If you're not, you know what I mean? If you're going to be passionate, get educated, be passionate about the right things. Here, have some Trump chicken, have some Trump ribs. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get some of your food, man, at that barbecue.
Hey, man,
but that's what you do, man, and that's so important. I want to send a shout out to our latest sponsor. He's going to be helping us with some production, some marketing stuff. Sweet Digital Studios. They're doing good work, and told them I'd give them a shout out. We're showing their love right now. Sweet Digital Studios. They're going to be helping us get our stuff out there to some more platforms and more places. So yeah,
that's what's up, man. Appreciate
shout out
that.
to them.
Appreciate that. I got that answer. I'm sorry, I just got it, but I want to let you know that the following candidates are running in the Republican. Minnesota's primary isn't until August.
Late.
And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Oh wow. Yeah, there's 7 people who are registered to be on the ballot. Royce White, Mike Rojo, Gene Rexzeigel, Patrick Monroe, David Hilbrick, Joe Frazier, and John Berman. And Royce White was the one who was endorsed by the Republican Party. And Amy Klobuchar is actually a Democrat now. She's listed as a Dem. So that is real interesting. Guys, she switched. She switched over. Yeah.
What a turncoat.
What a turn.
But good. Get out. Clearly, there's way more qualified and better people right there ready to go. So bye, bitch.
Deuces. And speaking on deuces and buys to the worlds, man, we'll go ahead, I guess, and can it.
Yeah, man, it's been long. I know you got to get some rest because you got them weeks right now. You got them 7-day weeks daily. It's Sunday. It's my weekly Monday, but we love it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Sweet Digital Studios. Look forward to working with you in the future. Shout out to the Hotep Nation. Once again, Tuesday night PT Pod, Friday night, it's a must listen. You got to tune in. I'm in the chat. Most of the fellas in this chat are in that chat as well. Friday night flights, Pro2kall. And then Sunday we'll see you again. Thank you guys so much. We love you.